Here we go. We're live.
We're live. Here we are. The Venom,
Hello.
the Cinema Squad presents.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
here we are. So let us introduce each other.
Yeah, we gotta let the devil in.
Who wants to start? Who would like to start with the introductions?
I'll go.
Yeah, you go, Alex. Why not?
Yeah, I am Alex from High Top Films, and I am ready to let the devil in, and that is about it. That is all I need to say.
Good intro.
I'll
Fantastic.
go next. I am Jonathan from Films and Stuff. Let's talk Venom.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll go next.
Yeah, go
I
on,
am
man.
Mauricio from Brown Table, sometimes Brown Table Entertainment. I don't know. I've already let the devil in, and I'm about to release it upon everyone that's watching.
That sounds like you're about to jack off on this live stream.
Dude, you said it first. You beat me by 1 second. I was
Oh,
about to
I
do
was
it.
like, no, don't
Okay.
don't do that, please. My parents
Yeah.
see this channel. I don't want them. No.
My dad may be watching right now.
Hi, High Top Film Senior.
Oh, shit.
Bailey,
Oh my God.
introduce yourself, my man.
Yeah, I'm Bailey. I'm from Breaking Banter. I'm one half of Breaking Banter, or pretty much all of Breaking Banter right now, but that's me.
And Houston, I think you're the only person who hasn't introduced himself.
Yes. Okay. I'm Houston from Houston Productions 1, and I have also let the devil in, and now I'm going to be shoving the devil up everyone else's butts.
What?
Didn't he say that? That's a literal line from the movie. He
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
It
he
is
has
a literal
symbiote up
line.
his ass. Right?
That's an
Tom
Easter
Hardy,
egg.
when he's like, oh, you got one of those up your ass.
Yeah.
That's a
Wait,
reasonable Tom Hardy
can I
impression.
say? Oh, Robbie,
Yes.
you sound exactly like Tom Hardy in the movie.
All right, how about
Yes.
this? For the rest of this stream, I'm going to talk like Tom Hardy in Venom. So
Oh, nice.
You should do that. Yeah, that'd be a great idea.
I'm going to get into character. Absolute silence while I fall into character.
You know, I
My
found it
name is Eddie
hilarious.
Brock,
the
and I'm a
idea that
reporter.
Tom Hardy was hosting a news show.
I look at things that the
Houston,
government does not want to look at.
That
Most
was really
people are good
fun.
at hiding in plain sight, but you,
Wait, guys.
you suck.
That was really good. Wow.
That was good. Yeah.
Wait, guys. Did you laugh when they did that little Eddie Brock TV show hour? All those cuts of all his different.
I
like,
thought that was
I did
I
not
died.
laugh, but I was shocked.
I thought it was like your,
I did not
like-
expect it.
It was like your crackhead older brother hosting a news show. Like,
Dude,
like
Yeah.
someone had no right to be on TV.
No, my
And he's just
favorite
wearing
bit
like a
is
hoodie. He's just wearing a sweatshirt.
That was
no,
like
he's just like
Simon.
oh fuck, what does he say? He goes, how do you apply to the, you run across the most people that kill themselves. And he like looks at the camera, it's like
he's like about to come out and say, "You just got punked."
Dude,
Yeah.
I was so confused. Why the hell did his girlfriend left him because he was trying to expose.
Because he did his
Actual-
job.
Yeah, he
Yes.
did his job, and these experiments were killing people, as Tom Hardy says. And she
I think
leaves.
it's
And
I
no
think
one
it's
cared.
because
I didn't
she-
care either, yeah.
She is all about that business. She is a proud businesswoman.
They didn't
She's
set that
like,
up at all, though. They did not set that up at all.
Dude, their relationship was awful. It was one
No,
of the worst
actually,
parts of the movie. I didn't buy it.
Jonathan, you pointed this out in the group
Yeah.
chat, and I wanted to bring this up, but you pointed out how the script is inherently wrong from the get-go.
Yes.
And I want you to
me
talk about
go-
that because I thought it was very smart.
Okay. Just screenwriting 101. If you're gonna do it 6 months later, don't do it in the first 20 minutes.
Thank you.
Because everything after the 6 months later is a reintroduction. And like just
Exactly.
basic storytelling permits that's where you start the story. You start the story right when it's getting interesting. Like you can tell all that information about the failed interview that cost him his job, his relationship. You can do that after the fact, and it would be more dramatic.
Exactly.
And I was
Do
thinking,
you,
if
do
you're
you
gonna,
think that was in the script, or do you think it
It could've
was
been.
editing?
It felt like it was, right? It
Yeah.
felt like it could have been. I was
Um,
thinking always like it could have started 6 months in and then just flashed back
Right.
multiple scenes when
And
like, how he
there's
lost
also
his job and
there's
shit.
a moment when he's in the bar and one guy goes, "Aren't you Eddie Brock?" And he goes, "I was." That feels like a moment that comes in the first 5 minutes.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yes.
You meet the
Yeah.
person at their lowest point, and then that forces them to go on a journey, a discovery, where he meets the love of his life, Venom.
Yes. Well, Venom
It's a romantic
is,
comedy.
it is a romantic comedy.
Yes.
When I was watching it, as I said in my review, and I'm going to repeat it here, it follows the exact structure of a romantic comedy. Like,
Oh yeah.
fucking
For sure.
Wait. Explain
A
it.
bad
Explain it for
romantic
the
comedy.
explain it for the viewers.
Okay, so Venom, when Venom starts, we meet the two characters. We meet the symbiote and we meet Eddie Brock. They're both at shit levels of their life, which is very similar to a romantic comedy when you meet the leads. And then they meet each other in a really weird sort of, funny way, right? Then there's a bit of banter. They don't immediately love each other.
Breaking
which is
banter.
like, yes, exactly. And then
Like friends.
eventually they fall in love. Right?
And they make out.
They make out.
Yeah.
They have sex, essentially.
Yeah.
And then there's that breakup. But then, this is what I forgot to mention this in the review, but this is so obvious. Venom, Eddie Brock, literally runs to a plane. It is the cliche in every movie.
No.
It's the final scene is I know it's a rocket, but technically, fuck me, it's a plane. It's like every romantic comedy. It's insane.
Rockets are just space planes.
Exactly. It's not.
Dude, it was like
Can
friends
we
with
all-
benefits without the benefits. Or with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
The benefits
look,
are the
I don't know about
superpowers.
you, but if I had a friend like Venom, I would
Yeah,
let him.
Let
I
him
would
in.
let him do some benefits
You let the devil in.
every night.
Right in.
Okay, I want to.
Can we all agree that the entire plan, Riot's entire plan, was the stupidest thing in like
Oh, it was a
ever?
plan. That was a
What the-
plan?
What the fuck
Well, and
was?
then-
What
ruined
the
the
fuck
last
was
10 minutes
like?
of the movie.
Listen, Riot when he bonded with the character Ahmed, Carlton Drake. Like, I don't understand what happened after that. Like, I don't understand Carlton Drake's motivations at all, and I don't know what the hell Riot
He
was
wanted to be
doing.
silenced. Okay, he
Okay,
you know, he-
I have something to say. I haven't seen anyone mention this.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
So you have what's his name? Carlton Drake?
Carlton Drake.
Yeah.
Carlton
Yeah.
Drake.
Carlton
Yeah.
Drake.
You have a character, right, who's obsessed with the symbiote. He's the one person pushing harder and harder for people to bond with the symbiote. He has an obsession with it, a fascination with it.
Mm.
And yet you have this entire subplot of another symbiote traveling the entire world just to get to him when he's surrounded by symbiotes the entire movie.
Oh
It's
wait,
really weird.
wait, I
Well,
forget
yeah,
already.
and if
I
the
forget
symbiote had just stayed with the rocket, it would have been taken to the facility instead of having to travel the
Exactly,
world.
that's what I was thinking.
Wait.
It's like he
Did you guys-
escapes the Life Foundation to then go to the Life Foundation. It makes
Foundation.
no sense. It's like,
Wait, did you guys catch the Spider-Man Easter egg where they were like Jameson's back with the symbiote?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Wait.
yeah,
I need to point this
yeah.
out because this has fucked me off ever since I saw the movie. So I'm confused by Sony and who owns what. Who owns what?
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Because they do the reference to Jameson, which I thought was cool. I was like, oh,
Me
that's
too.
cool.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
tied it into Spider-Man. But then they mentioned that Eddie has a job in New York or had a job in New York at the Daily, and I was waiting for Bugle,
Yeah,
but they
but it's
say
like-
Globe.
Yeah.
Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Why aren't you saying?
I
I
assume
think
that
it's
the
the
6
thing.
month.
Look, I think the thing is, in Deadpool when Deadpool's friend came out, but they couldn't like make him like the actual Bob. When Bob came
Yeah,
out, he's a
yeah.
Marvel character, but they couldn't use him like as actually Bob. So
Right.
they just made like another character as Bob. So in Venom, Jameson is like Jameson, but we can think of him as John Jameson, but it's not necessarily
John Jameson.
Well,
Yeah.
but
So
the weird thing
it's
is
like a
Sony should
loophole.
own these things.
Yeah, but
Sony should have
own
access to all these
900
properties.
characters. They keep
Yeah, I
telling
don't-
us that they
I
own
wanted to see.
900 people.
I wanted Andrew
maybe that
Garfield
was-
back.
Yes,
I wanted
actually.
Garfield to have the cameo in Venom. That'd be awesome. That'd be
Can
cool.
you
That's
imagine
a
how
good-
baffling that would be if that was just the
Yeah,
last time we
They're
saw
gonna
them
make
with
an amazing Spider-Man
movie.
3.
It's just we
Yeah.
already have Hardy, we have Woody Harrelson. Let's get Andrew Garfield. Let's just load the cast
Yeah.
up with these
Woody
talented people.
Harrelson was so bad. Did you see his hair? I could not stop laughing.
I laughed so
his
hard.
hair in Solo.
It was
Woody
insane.
Harrelson is just in every sci-fi property now, like literally every single one.
Well,
Hey, was
I
it-
heard a rumor that he really wanted a holiday, and so he went really fucking hard over 3 months and filmed like the
Also-
shittiest movies he could find, And he's like, yeah, give me that sweet dough.
Why is Eddie interviewing an insane criminal serial killer who's writing in blood on the walls? Like, what does he want out of that interview?
Because he's Eddie Brock and he's a reporter.
It's not about what Eddie wants. It's about what Sony wants. It's about what Sony wants. So,
I love how
It's not
every
about
review.
what the audience wants. It's about what Amy Pascal and Avi Arad.
Oh yes.
I love how everyone brought
Remember
up Avi Arad in in all the videos. Like he's mentioned now. I've watched like 100 reviews. I'm so glad.
Avi Arad. I want to get a framed poster of Avi Arad. Like, I want to get a shrine of just Avi Arad because he's just a fucking legend. Like, he's such a dumb fuck. It's
Do you remember
amazing.
when Amy Pascal was saying to Kevin Feige, or like in the interview, he was like, "Yeah, we might. It's definitely like in the MCU or something."
Yeah. I've got that meme on my channel.
I'll imitate Kevin Feige's reaction when he heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
What
so
the
like
fuck?
just sort of
He's so bewildered by it. He's like he's so confused.
and then like
Well,
he
the
does
problem
this
is
fucking
so many people
smile.
actually think it is in the MCU and like actually thought Tom Holland was going to show up. I was talking to somebody a week ago who was like, "Dude, have you heard they filmed scenes with Tom Holland for Venom?" And I was like, "No, they didn't. I'm sorry to tell you, but I have to break it to you."
It is more likely
Yeah.
that Garfield would show up than Holland would show up. That's my
that's
theory.
actually true. That is true.
I honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I look like an idiot, but I did think they were gonna put Tom Holland in it at some point.
For
I thought
Cam-
so too. I thought they could have.
Confirmed.
Like if the movie was good.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, if
until
he's
I saw
in
the
it,
Rotten
it's
Tomatoes
good.
reviews.
Yeah,
I was like, no. Yeah, then I was
Do we
like,
want to
no,
maybe
no.
go around and just give our quick thoughts on the movie? Because we just like,
Wait, can I
dive
say
right into the discussion.
One thing.
Sure.
You know how Venom was talking to Eddie Brock and saying like, "Hey, in my planet, I was a loser, so I like you because I was like you." You know.
That came out of
Then
nowhere.
why the fuck is he like Riot's second in command? Like it makes no sense. Do you
But
understand?
if they could have done that well, I loved the fact that like maybe Venom was an outcast symbiote. If they would have played it up more for comedy.
No, yeah, they should.
I wish
like,
they showed it. That would have been hilarious. Like
Yeah.
he's bullied
Dude,
for lunch
back on the
money.
planet.
Like just Riot's like, "Come here, you piece of shit!" And just fucking push it. And Venom's like all sad. He's moping home. It's
like
smart.
Why am I thinking of the Venom planet like Cybertron?
Yeah,
Like
that's
Cybertron.
I was thinking that too.
Cybertron
I was
as
thinking
well.
that too. I was thinking the exact same thing.
I was just thinking the Venom planet was just the Sony Pictures office. And just like that's
It's actually
and
just
the
like
the
Avi Arad
symbiote
and
god is just Avi Arad, just sitting there like.
Yeah.
Fun fact: Avi Arad did the mocap for
Beautiful
Riot.
body.
Oh, good.
Wait, really?
No, I just wait. Did you just put the Avi Arad picture up
Yeah.
on
Whoa.
Houston? Was that you?
Yeah, this is I have a book about the Marvel Universe that was written when the first Avengers came out, and there's an entire chapter on Avi Arad.
My man.
The real villain in Venom.
Yeah.
100 things.
Actually, no, Bailey. He's not the real villain. He is the real hero.
Anti-hero. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
The world has enough superheroes. Thank you.
Wait,
So we
okay.
made
One
another
thing-
superhero movie.
One thing I was going to talk about in my essay, which I'm going to make on Venom, is that Eddie Brock is just such a douche, but he's always played up. But he's always played up as like a good guy. But that's the movie should have just embraced that he was.
Oh,
an
he was-
asshole.
Yeah, there's a line
because
about like him being his boss is like, you're pretty smart for a dumbass or something. And
Yeah.
people were saying, we're like, no, he's just a
He's like, "You're our best reporter.
not
You're
smart
fine."
at all.
yeah.
Okay, the scene where his like I don't know, like his boss is like grilling on him. It reminded me of that point in like cop movies where it's like the detective or like the head cop is like, "You're off the case, buddy. You can crawl over the line."
Yeah.
Beat
You're fired.
Did you find this weird when Carlton Drake went to Eddie and he was like, "Have a nice life," and then the boss said the same thing.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
I was like, "Are they all
That was so
brainwashed to
weird.
say that?"
But
Wait.
And I
That
didn't
was
know
so
if they
weird
were
to me.
trying to be ironic because it's the Life Foundation, right?
yeah,
Like,
the
is
writers
that
thought
fun
like
that they
the
use in
writers
their
thought that was
offices all
so
the time?
fucking
Yeah.
clever.
Have
The
a nice
writers
life
were like,
foundation.
"Oh, this is so funny." They were like, "Oh, we got it. We nailed it."
Yeah.
But my favorite part of that is that like it sounded ADR'd when the boss says it.
Yeah.
So like
really?
it doesn't sound like they said that in the original scene. Like they
You know what's definitely ADR when Eddie closes the door on the like guy, the neighbor that was making out with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And he says like, "What a dick!" It sounded so ADR. It took me out of it completely.
No, I love the just Eddie's faces when the music was playing. He sounded like he just looked like constipated. He was like,
He was gonna take a shit.
I was so disappointed that they didn't play Eminem in the movie. I was so
"Oh yeah."
I was hoping that would happen, and it
Me
did.
I
too.
wanted the final fight to be
movie.
set to
Yeah.
that. That would
Venom.
have been amazing.
Knock knock.
Or
Alright,
just
we
the
should
first
do-
transformation.
we
First
should do
transformation.
general thoughts.
Yeah,
We should try to streamline this a bit so we're not just all laughing at the movie.
All right. Well, I'll start. So, Venom is bad, but I think it's a very, very, it's an excellent meme. That's it. That's the only review I can come up with.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it, but it's horrible. But I genuinely loved it. I'm making a video on it, but I loved it. I loved every second. I haven't smiled that much in a theater in years.
It's so funny. Like, it's just so funny.
For me, when I saw it, I was expecting like the greatest movie of all time. I don't know why, because I felt like I heard that the movie was just bad, but I was expecting it to be like good bad. But it ended up, I guess, disappointing. I guess I ended up disappointing myself,
Yeah.
and I ended up just being like surprised throughout the entire thing. I didn't laugh as much, but I can definitely see like just when he was eating that lobster, I was dying. Like it was so fucking weird.
yeah.
I love the movie. It was great. I love it, but like it's terrible.
Wait,
awful.
guys, did we lose Houston?
I think we did.
Oh, did we lose Houston?
Rip.
Did he leave? They all-
No.
Oh no, the symbiote got him.
he said he'll be back in a minute. He said he'll be back in a minute.
It's like Unfriended. We die one by one until.
Oh,
That's
don't
what's
say
about to
that.
Oh, he's
Fuck
gonna
it
pop
hell.
up and he's gonna be like a corpse. Like, oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll put his hand on the blender. I'll give my thoughts. I really did approach the movie as a comedy, just
Yes.
going in, and there were comedic set pieces like the lobster scene. The lobster scene is like something out of like a '90s Jim Carrey movie,
Yes.
beat for beat, and there were some genuinely good laughs. I will say, like, the action stuff was just bullshit. It was just
Yeah.
not well staged, not compelling.
What the fuck was that?
I just dropped like my speaker and
It's
like,
turning
my
into
keyboard.
Unfriended. It's happening.
Yeah.
It's Avi Arad. He's coming for you, man.
But I think everyone mostly agrees that the dynamic between Venom and Eddie Brock is very watchable. Now,
Yeah.
does
It's the
that
best
mean
part of the
great
movie.
or it's entertaining? I think watchable is the word I would use. Because
Tom Hardy should direct it.
Yeah, it was surprisingly watchable for how fundamentally shite it was.
Well,
Yeah.
like that was what sort of made me smile the most was just how fucking memey
He's back.
Tom Hardy was. Like he embraced it. Like he was the only guy that knew what movie he was in.
Yes, that was
Because
very
he's
true.
smart.
And he's in
Yeah,
much
he's a
better
smart
movie.
dude. He was the only
He's
one
not
that
a
knew
dumbass.
this is a fucking meme.
That's why
He's
he was
smart.
like constipated in that scene. He knew it. He owned that shit.
He went method. He got a symbiote up the ass for the role. Like that was the
Yeah. Are
Um,
people actually watching this stream right now?
I think it's
That's
unlisted.
crazy. 43 people. Wow.
It
Hello,
says
everybody.
Is that good? I've never done a stream before, so
better than what I did.
I've never done a stream in my entire life. So
The most people I've ever had on a stream is 100, so 43 is pretty good.
all right.
And
Well,
100 was too
chat,
stressful.
tell us if you're enjoying this. Tell us if it's shit or whatnot. So
If you're enjoying it, say, I am enjoying this! Exclamation
Yeah.
point.
validate us, please.
yes,
yeah.
I'll
Make,
give my
make
thoughts.
make Bailey feel good.
No, yeah, that's I need this, guys. I need this really badly. Okay,
Well,
so
let me explain is on here. Hey, how's it going? Art?
Hey!
Oh, is he
okay,
in the chat?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's in the chat.
Oh, nice.
That's funny.
Art was probably the first person
Oh, I know
ever
him.
connected with on film YouTube, like became friends with.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this. Hey,
Okay,
we love
cool.
you guys.
I think Bailey and Houston, you guys still got to give your thoughts on the
yeah,
movie.
I'll jump
Oh,
in
yeah.
next. I'll jump in next. So basically, the way I look at Venom is it's Sony at some point making. So they did the Emoji movie, and at some point they're making a meme movie or something. They're making the meme movie. They don't need to. They've already got it. Venom is it. like the way I see it, like Venom is utterly trash. But for the first time ever, I don't know whether I've just lost my shit or something. But this is the first time I've reviewed a movie ever that I've like known is actively trash, and I've outright been able to say like, "Yo, guys, if you were planning on seeing it, just go." Because it's either you're gonna leave anyway because you're just in it to see Venom, or you're gonna have this ridiculously stupid time with it. Like I was crying of laughter from pretty much the 15-minute mark onwards.
Damn, I wish.
That's the thing, is that I don't understand people that are like, "Oh, I'm not seeing this movie because I'm making a stand." It's like, bro, what the fuck? Like,
Then again, Robbie, we got to
That's
see
a
it for
cake.
free, so it's different to paying. Like I completely.
I would pay. I'd pay $15
Yeah,
to see
I
it. It's a
got
fucking
it.
meme, man. God damn, it's
Yeah,
hysterical.
I paid $8 for it, and that was really cheap. So I'm
This
pretty happy.
episode of Cinema Squad is brought to you by AMC A-List. You can
I was
sign
about
up.
to say, yeah. Got it. Yeah, that's it.
When this
going to
ends,
see
the
Stars
producer
Born on
credits
Wait,
is going
wait,
to be
wait.
heavy around.
Where's my wallet? Give me 1 second. Holy shit.
He's gonna give you his bank details so you can transfer him.
Does
Yeah,
anyone want to see a relic here?
Whoa!
Yeah.
Movie
This
pass.
episode, this thing is brought to you by AMC.
Woo.
Go to AMC, guys.
So, Alex, I think now would be a good time to make that announcement to the 52 people that are listening or watching this.
Oh.
Robbie and I are writing Venom 2. It's confirmed. It's official. Amy Pascal called us up.
Yeah, she
we'll
threw
go
a
with
sandwich at us through the phone, but
I'm
we caught
also
it.
announcing that I am editing the film, and I will make sure to hack it to pieces.
Yeah,
Nice.
It will be
I can't wait.
incomprehensible. I
I'm so
promise you.
excited.
Well, Robbie and I still got to get to work on it, but right now what I'm seeing, and you can feel free to disagree, is I'm seeing a like almost a buddy cop movie between Eddie and Venom,
Yes.
almost as a parody of Sam Raimi's first Spider-Man a little bit, with a little bit of Deadpool
Okay,
thrown in there.
if we're going to talk about Venom 2, I was thinking, like, unironically, the structure of the next movie, remember how, like, 21 Jump Street and 22 Jump Street, how, like, 22 Jump Street is, like, a pretend, like, relationship movie between Julie
yes.
Hill. It's like they have a breakup sort of thing. That's what
Yeah,
Venom, it's like,
Yeah,
it's like,
it has to.
in case to go, I think we should see different symbiotes or something.
Yeah.
And he sees
Yeah.
the Carnage symbiote.
Yeah, dude, that was my idea for the whole thing. Is you could have it be so funny that Carnage is this kid, and you could go all in on it. Carnage is Venom's kid that he forgot about. Like he's Venom's kid,
Damn.
and he has to break it to
All I
Eddie.
know
No,
is
what's
there
even
need
worse-
to be at
what
least
do you- what'd be
12
even better?
time jumps 6 months later.
Dude,
But,
Eddie gets the symbiote pregnant.
Oh
That's the
no! And they
sequel.
have Scream.
And they have Carnage and
oh, they're
Scream.
Carnage. Yeah. Offspring.
And Toxin.
We recall replicating. So good, man. It's fucking so good.
I think the best thing about Venom was that it never got grimdark. It
No.
never wanted to be like, it was edgy
I think
in
it
the
could've worked,
funniest
though.
way.
I think it
Yeah.
could have worked if it was grimdark, but like they didn't go all in with the grimdark, and they didn't go all in with the humor and
Yeah.
comedy. So it just,
Well, that was the
it
thing
just
that
like that.
I also think is that, like, I compare this to Deadpool in a way because I think it's very similar to Deadpool. It's an anti-hero who is mainstream but has never been seen properly. And what Fox did, or what Tim Miller did with Deadpool, was like exactly what they should have done with Venom, where they just give him a low budget, give him absolute freedom, and just go make a Venom movie. Because this doesn't
Love to see a
feel
low budget Venom. Just
Yeah.
a man in a costume, just literally a wolf suit.
Well, that's
with,
just
like, eyes.
fucking like the problem with Venom is that it's not really a Venom movie. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I
It's
get
like
that.
it has the Venom character. It has Eddie Brock.
Wait,
it has some
Can I say
aspects,
that? Yeah, sorry. Mhm.
but it's not like Deadpool is a Deadpool movie. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 And it's successful because, one, it's a good movie, but two, it's like it embraces the character that people know and people love. And when Venom is embracing the Venom that we love, like the bits with Eddie and the symbiote bickering and stuff, it's so good. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it is good.
And
Yeah.
that's what the movie should have been the whole fucking time.
Yeah, and that's the way we're taking it in Venom 2.
Exactly. So yeah.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Oh yeah, so I'll give my thoughts on the movie now,
Yes,
which
go
are
ahead.
that I think it is a gold mine for YouTube reviews because it's got so many perfect meme moments. I think really what Sony has done here is Sony has sacrificed themselves. Sony has died. Sony has given up their quality so that the YouTube review community might live. It is really a
They're
treat
doing it for the
power.
demonetized folk.
Rip.
But yeah, I think there are tiny moments of goodness, but otherwise it is perfect in terms of a laughable movie. The first half is like just kind of dull, but there are enough like editing mistakes and stupid writing choices that it's still funny to watch.
Yeah.
And then the third act is just
Oh, yeah.
hilarious.
Trash.
What
And
was
I
that
want to
fun?
like get a group of friends together and watch the whole movie just with like 12 people all shouting at the screen. Like perfect.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That'd be a great time.
You know what I think is that the first act, if it was like, if they made it like, if this was a legitimately good movie with good writing, the first act would have been really solid. Like I was watching it and I was like, this has so much potential, but it's just
Yeah.
such shit. It was
Yeah.
really frustrating because I can actually feel for that situation, you know, and like, you know, breaking down a character from what he was before to how he is now. It's just like such rich character. Just you could really make a good story out of that.
Oh.
Just from that little story. But it was trash. It
I'm
was garbage.
so
The-
confused
Yeah.
by the cinematographer being the guy who shot stuff like Mother, Pie.
And 50,
Yeah,
50
Star is
isn't it-
Born.
No, I'm sorry. No, not 50 Shades.
That's the writer. That's the writer.
Yeah,
but
that's the writer.
This movie looked like a
Not
soap
surprising.
opera. This movie looked
Yeah,
horrible.
it
There
did.
was not a single shot that I was like. Actually, there was one
Well,
where
like,
they're in the elevator going down. At one point, I was like, "Oh,
That
that
was
looks neat."
good. I like
I like that shot. I like that shot.
I was
I'm
just,
just torn in terms of like I don't know whether the things that I like about this movie I like ironically or unironically at this point because there's so much silly
They blend
stupid
together.
stuff, but I'm like, is it supposed to be silly and stupid? I don't even know anymore.
I
Like
think it's like I don't know, like Ruben Fleischer, Ruben
Fleischer.
Sandwich. That's his fucking
Like
name.
that.
He is I like a lot of his movies. Like I like Gangster Squad. Zombieland's really funny. 30 minutes or less, or is it 20 minutes or less? What the fuck
30,
is
30,
it?
I think it is.
30 minutes or less. That I thought that was all right too. But he obviously knows, like, he embraces comedy, and when he embraces comedy, his shit is really, like, it really works.
I love Zombieland. Zombieland's great.
Yeah, and so I was like, when Venom is funny, or like when it does these really stupid and weird things, I'm like, okay, that's definitely him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But like, it doesn't do that enough.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at Mark Webb. I'm gonna make this point in a video coming up, but like Mark Webb did 500 Days of Summer, which is fucking great in my opinion. Like really, really good. It's in my top 25, right?
I love that
And then-
movie so much.
And then he comes, and then you get the Amazing Spider-Man, which I don't hate as much as everyone, but like Sony fucked that up. And then you get the Amazing Spider-Man too. Like the jump from Mark Webb doing 500 Days of Summer to Amazing Spider-Man is so clearly Sony just like shitting on any vision he may have.
well, and
Did you see,
arguably the best stuff of Amazing Spider-Man is the stuff that's reminiscent of 500
Of
Days
Mark
of Summer.
Yes.
Just like the
Other
comedy and
relationship
the best stuff.
Did you
Like-
see Gifted? Because like the second
I-
he goes and does a not studio movie or not a Sony movie, he releases a really fucking good movie.
I liked Gifted a lot
I
too.
still
The
Yeah.
cinematographer of Walter Mitty worked on Gifted, which I loved.
It's
Gifted
so
was
good.
cool.
Yeah, you can't stop talking
It's so
about it,
cute.
Houston. Every day. Every day, Walter Mitty, man.
We're not going to get through this without a bit of a Walter Mitty mention, so thanks for that.
Yeah, there we go. But yeah, it really frustrates me that Venom is not a better movie. Which I don't know if I should have
Yeah.
gone into it.
What we got. I'm not arguing with this at all. This is exactly. I'm cool with this.
This
But
is
it's
what
like-
Bailey wanted.
This is the best possible outcome.
I know, but
That's
like,
true.
it's
No,
so,
you're right. You're right. Bailey's right.
well, I think are they going to get a sequel?
I think they will.
If they
It's
make a
tracking
sequel,
to
I will
hate.
be surprised. I don't think it will.
I saw A Star Is Born and Venom Wednesday and yesterday, and A Star Is Born was more crowded, so I don't know how that
Really?
bodes for Venom. Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
pretty sure Venom's
Yeah.
got more
However,
theaters,
Venom
though.
was empty for
Venom
me.
is easily tracking for a 65 million plus opening weekend in
Is
Which
that
is
good?
pretty
Yeah.
good. I mean, you got to consider this movie doesn't have like the $250 million budget.
What is the budget?
It's
for Venom?
true.
It's only 100
million.
million, I think.
on the
Sony has marketed the heck out of it, like crazy.
Yeah.
I think
So
they
I don't
spent
know
more
if
money on the
it's
marketing
spent on
than the
that.
movie.
Okay, can we talk about what the hell is
See
with
the
Sony
movie.
doing the last shot of the trailer? And I mean, the last shot of the movie in every trailer.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
messed me up.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, when the
They
movie
pulled
was
in the Amazing
almost over, I was like,
Spider-Man
wait, we haven't seen that scene yet.
Dude,
No,
yeah.
I straight up
Yeah,
called it as
they
soon as I
pulled
saw
in
the
Amazing
trailer. that it was-
Spider-Man 2, dude.
it was probably going to end like it doesn't end with the shot of. I was expecting it to be the shot of like Venom biting the guy's head off because that's just the most corny thing, something that gets the screen to go like fully to black. But I was close enough. Like I said, that is going to be the final scene of the movie.
Yeah.
And I got that right. So again, like
No, you didn't
Damn.
though, because the final shot is so like 2003.
the whole movie is, man. I haven't seen that many establishing shots in a movie in a long time. Like it was actually
a lot of establishing.
Every time.
It totally ruined the pace every time because it was like I was like, I'm not forgetting where we are. Like it's San Francisco.
It made no sense.
Or
Yeah.
every time they went back to the scientific lab, I swear they used the same establishing shot like 3 times.
Well,
Just that
Ruben,
voice transfer.
Ruben Sandwich listened to the criticisms that Zack Snyder got in Batman vs Superman, and so he was like, "All right, fuck it, we're putting establishing shots fucking everywhere."
You know what I think is hilarious?
Go.
I think all of these article headlines saying that Lady Gaga fans are going to war with Venom are hilarious.
I have not
Because
That's
seen this.
incredible.
that's not a thing
I'm gonna
that's
get water.
happening. All these headlines are like Venom and Lady Gaga are going to war, and I'm like, I've been a member. I've participated in internet wars before, and this is not one of them. This is
This
not
is
happening
like
right now.
this is like, please go see A Star Is Born, and then people are like, no, I'm seeing Venom. That's
This is
literally
like
the whole conflict.
manufactured drama.
Yep. Welcome to the internet.
Well, I'm thrilled actually that Venom is going to make a lot of money this weekend. I'm actually very happy about that.
It's gonna get.
What if we get an entire Venom cinematic universe? What if that just happens in the
Okay,
We
next
get
so-
3
Carnage, we get
years?
Toxin, we get.
What if they release 2 a year? 2 Venom movies a year?
I wouldn't complain. One
is the
animated,
perfect way to
one
live.
live action.
Oh my god, what did you think
The
of the
symbiote
after
verse?
credit scene with Spider-Verse?
I loved
It
it.
literally had nothing to do
That
with
was the best part of the movie.
Yeah,
That was the best part of it. Seeing
was
that
like
footage on the
I
big
left
screen was
3 minutes long.
amazing.
It was so great.
It looks
love,
beautiful.
I love the
I kinda wish I
animation
didn't
style. It looks
see it, though.
gorgeous.
I kind of like
Me too.
I was already seeing the
Because-
movie anyway, like so it was just like I was sitting there. I was like, do I walk out and just save seeing this for the actual like context of the
thinking
movie,
that too.
or do I sit? But my eyes were like melting, so I couldn't go anywhere.
Nah, it was
Yeah.
great. I loved it.
I
Thought it was
freaking
so
called it that Peter Parker died. This
Yes.
is another
I'm
Peter
still
Parker.
confused
I'm telling
over
you,
what happens
I'm so sure
in that.
that
Based on
this
the
is a
book,
Miles
right?
Morales origin story because he's getting trained. So the real Spider-Man from not the real Spider-Man, the Spider-Man from Miles' universe,
Is
I'm
dead,
pretty
yeah.
sure is voiced by John Krasinski, and he dies.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
I'm
then
still
in the
pretty
newest
sure
trailer,
that he's voiced by
Miles
John
said that he's
Krasinski.
the only Spider-Man, and he doesn't seem familiar with any other Spider-Man. So I'm like, what?
I think maybe that
No,
was
but if
voiceover.
you look at in that scene,
For
I mean, it was
trailer.
spoilers anyway, but you
Yeah.
see the Spider-Man. There's a Spider-Man toy on his grave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's Spider-Man stuff
Yeah.
on the grave. Yeah.
So Spider-Man is like
He's an
Peter Parker
established-
is Spider-Man. Yeah.
Well, that's like the books. That's what
Yeah,
they're doing.
exactly.
Yeah, it's like
Books,
old
Which-
times, yeah.
I'm sorry.
eating gummy
I've
bears,
wanted
I'm
this.
sorry.
I've wanted this movie since they announced that Spider-Man was going to the MCU. I wanted to see the Peter Parker as an older man mentoring.
Can
A
you
younger Miles
imagine if they
Morales.
include live-action Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland in this movie?
Oh, if
We
Tobey
already have
Maguire,
Kyle.
only-
Imagine if we have live-action characters next to animated characters.
oof.
That
If
would be
Toby was in it, I'd
Imagine.
cry.
Dude, if I need I need to see Toby again in this suit. That's all I need in my life. That's my
Yeah.
childhood. I needed to come
They
back.
could de-age
That's it.
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
Toby
I-
Funkle Ben.
I like the theory that the Spider-Man in this is actually the Tobey Maguire
I
Spider-Man.
like that theory. The thing is
I'm
that
gonna-
he's just too funny.
He's Nick Miller
Sadly.
from New Girl. If you watch New Girl, Henry. He
No,
plays that
he's
exact character.
he's nostalgia character from Jurassic World.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, dude.
It looks like they're sort of doing a similar approach to PS4, where they're like taking all the best elements of the character from different incarnations and putting them into one
Yeah.
kind of deal for the canon.
No,
Can
I think Spider-Verse is going to be a fucking great movie.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
Can
be
we not
surprised
get-
if
seeing
it
that
like
footage on the big screen is going to be amazing. Like that's the best animation I've ever seen.
Look, I already know it's gonna be a good movie. We just don't know how good it's gonna be.
yeah. Well, I was talking to someone who saw it. I can't say who, but I was talking to someone who saw it. And
It was Avi Arad.
Yes.
It was obvious.
And Avi told me it was terrible and Venom is better. But
Right.
the other person I spoke to, he said that it was like neck and neck with Spider-Man 2 as far as how
I
good
don't
it is.
believe it. Don't believe it.
Are you serious?
That's scientifically impossible.
Listen.
Yeah,
Here's
I
the thing.
think so.
The thing is that all they had to do was add Penny Parker in Spider-Man Noir, and that's all they needed to make a perfect movie.
I just can't believe Nick Cage is voicing fucking Spider-Man. Noir.
that's fucking
That's so
amazing.
perfect.
Yo, someone in
Also,
the
I think
comments
when he
just
takes off
updated
his
saying
mask, he's going to be black and white.
it's Jake Johnson playing Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. I was gonna say, I was like, John Krasinski doesn't sound right. Yeah, it's Jake Johnson.
Jake Johnson.
No, John Krasinski. Like I'm thinking, because there was always a rumor that John Krasinski was
Yeah, I
voicing
remember
Spider-Man, and in the first trailer, Spider-Man does not sound like the
Jake
Jake Johnson.
does not sound anything like Jake Johnson. But then
Yeah,
the
no, I
other
noticed that
Spider-Man with the shorts and the jeans or something does sound like Jake Johnson. It sounds like two different voice actors to me. So I still think that John Krasinski is the guy that dies, and Jake Johnson is the guy that's going to train him.
I'm still
Well, then
confused
that
over
makes
like
so
how
much
the
sense
events
if-
of the movie play out.
If
'Cause,
that version is the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, the John Krasinski one is Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. That makes sense.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah.
cry. No. Don't do that to me.
And he dies?
Well,
Imagine.
it's weird because we've seen him in this makeshift Spider-Man costume, like he's imitating Spider-Man, but then we've also seen him in the black and red costume. So like we don't know which one comes
That's
first, and then
definitely-
he's like training him to be Spider-Man. But it seems like that's after he's had black and red costume. I don't know.
I think that the last shot of the movie is the last shot of the trailer again, where
Me
it's
too. I do
Miles
think
on
so. I
the
think so.
on the gargoyle, because they already had Peter on the gargoyle. And I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that's the beginning,
Oh,
and the end is
yeah.
Miles.
Oh,
On the,
I'm gonna be a
I
mess.
wonder if the
with
movie
this
starts
fucking
out with
movie,
Peter
man.
and then he dies.
maybe it will. That's what I'm thinking.
If
Maybe
I have
like-
to see Spider-Man die 2 fucking times in 1 year, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Spider-Man's going to die.
don't
You already
have
know
to feel so
Spider-Man's
good.
going to die, man.
I know. I don't want to do it.
I'm going to cry.
I don't want to go.
Robbie, what's popping in the
I don't
chat?
feel so good.
Anyone
Oh
asking
yeah, let's have a look at
anything?
the chat. I haven't looked at the chat right now.
Let's like answer some questions about Venom that they may have.
All right,
Or-
I'm gonna post this. Annie. Well, and they can hear me. I don't know why.
yeah, I can hear you.
Brilliant,
I
brilliant.
just like the look of our faces.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
ask us questions.
Someone
Hi,
said-
top. Yeah.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Live action Tom Hardy in
I
Spider-Verse.
don't think anyone that
please.
follows me is on this chat. I'm pretty sure nobody knows who I am.
Okay,
No one
Venom
follows you
Black.
anyway. That's why.
Wait. There's a question. Mad Syndicate. Will this end in an orgy? Yes. You got
Yes,
it right. It
it
will
will.
end in an orgy. It's going to be a gangbang.
Wait,
They
where are all you
properly
guys from in the
predicted that.
chat?
Where
all
the
you
fuck
guys
is?
from?
Where the fuck was that?
What? What do you mean? What?
Where did you see that question?
It's
made
like
it up.
way up.
Get up.
Mauricio just made that up.
No. It's there. It's there. I swear to God.
Sure, man.
Do you think we should
Sure.
get a Tobey Maguire cameo, lads? Yes.
Fuck yes, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What on
In live action,
Where?
mark my
in
words.
Spider-Verse or in this podcast?
The only thing that'll make me
Tobey Maguire, get him on.
Wait. 1 second. 1 second.
Oh, this is gonna be
no.
interesting.
Oh, no.
Here we go. You see, look. It will.
This is
Will
gonna
this
be a
end in an
spectacle.
orgy?
All right, there
It
we
says
go.
it right there.
There we have the Tobey Maguire cameo.
Wait, look.
Oh,
That's
good.
where- yeah, this is
Wait, I
right.
didn't see it. I didn't see it. What is it? What is it?
There we
The
go.
back of his DVD.
Oh, I got the digi book
Ooh.
with the scenes photos, man.
I bought this like a week before they released that. I was so fucked off.
Dude,
I went and bought
so
all
nice.
3 of them.
So nice.
Those Blu-ray covers are the worst ones.
I hate these
Yeah,
covers.
they're really bad covers, but the
They're
movie
so Sony.
makes up for the cover. It
But the movie
It's
is
so
just-
Sony.
book I ever had as a kid,
I
and
have
like it
that.
goes
I
through
have
the
that
entire
book.
history of the character. Yeah, this
Oh,
was
I have
like
that
what
book.
introduced me to Spider-Man entirely.
Oh, that's cool.
Wait, dude, do we
so
get
was it-
questions?
Oh, we got a question. How does Venom end? Well, I'll answer this one.
Watch the
spoiler.
movie. See the
but
movie.
See the movie.
Yeah.
But I'll spoil it if you don't want to see it. Venom and Eddie have a fucking intense, like sexual intercourse. Like it is insane. It was like
Yeah,
10
that's
minutes.
true.
It just kept going. And my brother felt really uncomfortable. I
And
felt
then,
uncomfortable.
And then
But you
Carlton
know,
Drake joins in with Riot.
yeah, and it
becomes
was
a
like,
huge
woo,
gangbang.
woo.
That's
Then
what we're
that-
talking about when
yeah.
we're saying put it up the ass. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
At my AMC theater, they were like handing out pornography of the
Oh my god,
Of
I
all
have that too.
of all that.
You ruined
Yep.
the scene.
Oh my
We
god.
put
They
the
made
makeup
shitty
scene
Venom
on the
even
screen.
though
Now I
they
wish
Put
I'd
the makeup
kept
scene on the
that.
screen.
She
Alex, you got
Venom
makeup
caused
screen.
some porn parody problems.
I do have a problem with the movie because before I went into the theater, there was this giant piece of paper up that said, "Warning for kids, there's a giant orgy sex scene at the end of the film. It's at this time code." And you can, yeah. So I was like, well, now I know.
That was nice of
Jeez.
them.
Yeah, it was nice, but I was
Gotta be
spoiled.
cautious.
I think
Yeah.
it didn't improve that. I think its problem was that it didn't have enough of that kind of
Venom
content.
sex.
I mean, I don't want to just see Venom and Eddie Brock make out once. I want that several times. Once you've had a taste of
Thousands
it,
of times.
once you've had a taste of it, you need more. There's no going back.
The fucking
Can we all agree?
that question by
Yeah.
Sean Coates. Were any of you guys distracted by how sweaty Tom Hardy was? In his
Yes. He was
Yes.
sweaty even on his news broadcast. Even when he was a news reporter, he was like a sweaty guy.
He was like a fucking 15-year-old man, like who has like a
He's
slightly
wearing a
attractive
sweatshirt.
teacher.
And it
Dude,
was more like
somebody-
he never stopped sweating as well. Like his actual hoodie was like permanently sweaty. Like there was no, you could wring that thing out. Like if it was, you could take it off and
All right, guys, we
Fucking
got
It
I'm
was
reading.
funny. He dived
Dude.
into the water and he came out with a sweaty shirt. It made no sense.
Dude, we're getting some fun questions right now. I'm reading the chat. We have so that's what the white stuff is all over Venom, and then in parentheses he wrote jizz.
You
Yes.
see, that's the guy that did the orgy question.
Thanks.
I
Thanks for
love
the
this guy.
clarification.
Oh my
And
god.
then what is the best Spider-Man incarnation? It's Venom, obviously. It's this movie.
Yes.
No Spider-Man. Best one.
Is it wrong to get a boner when Eddie and female Venom make out? It is
I got
never
3
wrong
boners.
No.
to get a boner when Venom is kissing.
I got the
Eddie
biggest
Brock. No,
direction.
it was
Michael-
throbbing.
I went with my girlfriend and she had to step out of the theater. She couldn't handle it. She had to step out.
Did
Oh,
anyone else find it weird when Venom is biting the heads off of SWAT guys and it's like a crazy intense action scene, like nothing humans on Earth have ever seen before? And then Michelle Williams
Yeah.
walks in. She freaks out for about a solid 5 seconds, and then she's like, "Get in the car, Eddie. We're taking you to the doctor."
Yeah, no one
Yeah.
seems to freak
Yeah,
out.
and Venom is like, I like her. Let's go.
Like,
Even though
Yeah, I know why Venom likes her, 'cause he wants to
hates he's gonna
fucking-
be there.
Yeah.
Wait, can we all agree one thing? This movie would have been better if Venom was gay and Eddie Brock was like, there was like a love triangle thing going on. It would have
Oh,
made
yeah.
it funny.
Well, that's how
It
I
was better.
interpreted
That's
the
what-
film.
that's-
I don't know
yeah.
about you guys. That's
yeah,
how
Robbie straight up saw it that way.
fucking. I've made a whole video about
Like it
that.
should have been. It should have been a lot more promiscuous, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
But there's subtlety to the art, you see. Now, about that action scene, the one with the SWAT men, it was like there was the loudest Wilhelm scream I have heard in a movie
Ever.
Yeah.
Fuck.
They
It was
weren't
like,
making any effort to
What
hide that.
year is this?
Usually it's blended into the mix, but that was just straight up like a.
It was straight up in there.
Wait,
They,
guys.
they searched Wilhelm scream on YouTube, ripped
and
the
plugged it in.
soundbite, and just dropped it into the timeline.
Yeah.
Dude,
That was
Yeah.
bizarre.
what was your theater like? Like, what types of people were there? Because my theater was exactly what you would expect. Like the monster drinking.
too.
Like
I legit
Like-
had a row of
Yes.
13-year-olds behind me. So
Nice.
the lovely woman that works for Sony brought her grandson, I believe, and literally all of his friends.
oh
nice.
no!
My theater was actually packed with just like the regular Marvel crowd kind of thing.
the Marvel crowd.
My
I was-
theater was
Conversation
surprisingly
between
packed.
three guys next to me saying how this was better than the MCU.
oh yeah, no,
No.
no, I legit.
My theater
no,
was
way.
packed with like when I was the first one in the theater, and slowly people started trailing in, and they all looked really depressed, like they didn't want to be there or were kind of embarrassed.
They were
Yeah.
paid,
There was one
they were
group
standing outside and they got paid to come in.
Yeah.
Avi
And
arrived.
the
Sorry,
AMC is
yeah.
like,
Free
AMC
tickets.
is like, look, we're showing Venom. Please, here's some tickets. Please, just watch the movie. See the movie, please.
See the movie.
Think of that.
My
Yeah.
Oh,
theater
I-
was
so-
actually. It was just Avi Arad and his biker gang. It was very strange. They were just like, if you don't go see Venom, like I was like, hey, I want to go see A Star Is Born again. He was like, what the fuck are you doing? And then they shoved me in the damn theater, and then I just ended up like passing out.
And
So
yeah,
speaking
and-
of A Star Is Born, I need to go and see A Star Is Born. I have to leave and see it in 20 minutes. So
oh, okay.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
out.
yeah.
Houston
But it's been a
has
pleasure.
knocked, and he's got to
He's got to go. He's got
Of
to
course.
He's got to go watch a good movie.
yes,
But
not
not as
Venom.
good.
enjoy, man. And let
I
me
don't know
what
why
you
I'm not seeing Venom again.
Go see Venom again. What the fuck are you seeing
Go
Lady
see
Gaga
Venom,
movie
see the
for?
movie, dude.
Yeah, fuck Brad
You can
Cooper.
see Lady Gaga on YouTube, dude. You can't see Venom. You got to see Venom in the big screen.
God, you're right. Why didn't I
Okay.
think of this?
I think that Bradley Cooper is just like a less
one.
attractive.
This is
Wait,
one of the
everyone, hold up for a sec. Hold up for a sec. This video is
What?
still unlisted. Is it supposed to be public?
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Oh my god!
No way.
We're so stupid!
Wait, guys,
no.
people in the chat, is this unlisted or we'll?
Oh no, it is unlisted.
Pop my
That was my
headphones out.
fucking fault.
I tried to mention it before, but I was like, whatever.
We're so fucked.
Nah, we'll
Hey,
put
we
it
just
public
keep going.
now.
We just
Dude,
keep
it's
going.
unlisted. So where are all you guys
This
from?
is crazy. So they've been
These
doing
people
this
are
for
all
weeks.
hardcore fans.
I was wondering why there was only
No.
60 fucking people.
Dude, where
Holy shit.
where are you guys all from? Where are you from?
Yeah, where are you guys from?
Twitter, like the DMs, like what?
Yeah, I've noticed. I know a couple of these people, like as some of my followers, or because I know the names. And I was like,
Wow, that's embarrassing. What's
I
happening? It's
only- I only know the
9:12.
gaming Kiwi. That's the only guy I know.
We're live
Allison
now.
Davis. Hey, Allison. Hello.
Oh shit, we're live now, are we?
Yeah, we're live.
Started
now.
streaming
Right.
44 minutes ago. Oh,
oh
God.
no, we have to start again.
No, we don't. We just keep.
No,
going.
no, no.
Fuck it.
This is so fucked.
Okay, let me start. Let's start the new part of the discussion. Talk about because there's the Venom the movie and there's Venom the experience.
Yes.
And my experience was very special because I came in with a bottle of rum, and that bottle of rum with a friend, and it was mostly gone by the end of that theater going experience. It was rum and Coke, and I took a lot of it. Like we did shots beforehand, and then we had a lot of it at the theater. And I know the exact moment when the alcohol kicked in, and it was the car chase, the motorcycle. And
Yeah,
like
that
there was a
car chase.
moment where I
Ooh.
like it was just like my brain stopped processing things properly,
The
and it was
fuck?
like
What was your brain thinking during that 2-minute final action sequence where it was just a bunch of goo mixing with each other?
That was outright the biggest crime in the movie. Well, actually, no. Obviously, Woody Harrelson's the biggest crime in the movie.
Yeah.
But that final scene, like, I haven't seen that much disregard for composition, pacing, movement.
I don't know- I
energy.
know what you guys talking
When they
in
were
terms of,
fighting and they merged and then only Riot appeared, I was like, what the fuck happened to Venom? I did not
Yeah.
know that Riot
Yeah.
ate Venom at
Was
all.
it
until
2 minutes long, or was that in my head? Was it literally 2 minutes long?
It was like
Yeah,
10 minutes.
it's 2
It had
minutes.
to be.
Okay, that's what I thought too. It like just ended. Wait, so we're live now?
Yes.
Yeah, we're
Guys,
live.
full spoilers.
I
We're
don't know
doing
what you
full
guys are talking
spoilers.
I don't know what you guys are talking about in terms of action scene. I just saw a giant gangbang at the end of that
I
movie.
can't believe we were
I mean-
I can't believe we were fucking live streaming for 40 minutes. Oh, my
so
goodness.
sorry.
Just with like a tight knit group. Guys,
That's
wait,
so
who's
bad.
gonna break it to Houston? Who's gonna break it to him? 'Cause
I
he
think
left.
he heard.
Houston knows. Houston put it somewhere.
Oh, my God.
I think he DM'd, didn't he?
Oh, I didn't even see.
Yeah,
it.
he
Oh,
DM'd.
shit.
On the Venom live stream, he posted on Twitter. He's like,
Wait,
"Heads
so
bound,
should-
you're really still unlisted."
Oh, so should we like introduce each other again?
Nah,
shit,
fuck
yeah.
it. People are already in.
Fucking- yeah.
They know who we are.
Wait, let's all say hi though. Let's all say hi.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
This is
Hi,
from
we've been doing this for 40 minutes.
We didn't know it was unlisted. Now it's all public. So we're
I'm
good.
Alex from High Top, and I love Zack Snyder and Venom.
I'm Mauricio from. I'm sorry, Robbie.
No, it's all good.
Robbie.
People know who I am. My fucking name's in the title.
I'm Mauricio from Brown Table. I make weird shit. Just watch it. Just watch it. I'm sorry.
It's very
I
I
am-
make really strange stuff.
I am Jonathan from Films and Stuff, and I am a Disney shill.
Oof. Big oof.
Paid Disney shill, not good.
I'm not a
I'm
furry
Bailey
also.
from Breaking Banter, and I, God, you guys kind of stole all the ones there. I was like, Zack Snyder, and then that got taken, and then
Oh, you love Shrek, dude.
fuck,
You're a
I
Shrek
shield
fanboy.
everything. Yeah, I love Shrek. There we go. Big Shrek
Yeah.
fan here.
Wait,
yeah, you
wait.
stand
Venom or
Mike
Shrek?
Myers.
Venom or Shrek, dude?
Venom.
What question is that? Of course, it's Venom.
Oh, people are like, I wondered where
We
the
are
hell
all
this
Venom
was.
shills. We're all Venom shills.
Oh,
Exactly.
for sure.
Listen,
Guys,
we're
we're
here to
sorry.
talk about how much we want to get the devil in.
Guys, we were live for everyone watching. We were live for a solid 40 minutes, but we just didn't know we were unlisted. So sorry about that. That's where we've been.
My favorite part of this is that I was wondering why we only had like 40 people watching.
How many do we have watching now?
70?
71.
There we go. It makes more sense.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get this to 100 views, people.
Yeah.
Woo! I can't
Let's do
believe that that we didn't notice that. I can't believe that I didn't fucking notice that. It's so dumb.
I was having too much fun.
Yeah, like we're just
Yeah.
letting the devil in.
Well, they can
get, like,
still watch it from the beginning. It's really great. You should
Yeah.
watch all of it. It's so stupid. We're idiots. Yeah, honestly.
Let's get questions in the chat. Let's kind of get a Q&A
Yeah, let's just
going.
answer Q&As. That's what we should do.
No, but
Do we
we'll
wanna-
start with Venom, and then we'll experiment.
I
With
mean,
other-
we can. Oh, someone said, Alex, I fucking love Batman. Me too. Thank you.
Who doesn't?
100
I
views
want that
and we'll release
Snyder.
Spider-Man 4. Yes. Get this to 100 views and we'll release
and
Spider-Man
release
4.
Spider-Man 4.
For
I have it
Spider-Man
on my...
Homecoming or Venom?
I don't think
Venom, Venom, easily.
I actually see some people that follow me, and that's amazing to me. Like, wow. And let me
How
explain.
hot
also
is
watching
Venom 1 to 10? Venom is a 10.
No, Venom is a 20. What the hell are you talking
Yeah,
about?
fair.
You're not a real fan, dude.
Oh, here's a good question. Good question. How does Venom look so bad, but Star is Born looks so good if they're shot by the same guy? I have the
Yeah.
same question.
Okay, I have a theory. Sony basically... Well, this is really simple. Sony.
Yeah.
There you go. Like it's like the cinematographer can only do so much. It's up to Sony whether they like what he's done. And judging by the whole film and how fucking messy it is, I don't think they were happy with anything. They just sort of fixed everything and quote unquote fixed. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Do you guys
You're
have
talking
an
about
actual
A Star
thing?
is Born, right? You're talking about A Star is Born.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit of a Matthew Livertique fan, right? He's one of my favorite DPs. He's known for doing Iron Man, like the first two Iron Mans. He did Black Swan. He did Mother.
so good.
He's really talented. But if you look at A Star is Born and Venom, he excels in close-ups and struggles in wides. If you look at most of his movies, he doesn't shoot anything like he really doesn't do wide shots when he works with Darren Aronofsky.
It's all like this handheld
That's more Aronofsky's style more than.
No. But what I'm saying is that his stuff just generally looks better when it's close up. You know what I mean? Like he's as an actual photographer. So like Emmanuel Lubezki, like obviously works in wides, and like he's great at that. Same as Deakins, they're great with the wide stuff. Just Livertique just struggles with, and so Venom in some of the closest stuff and the handheld stuff actually looked like semi-decent.
Yeah.
It's also down to your lenses and like the actual situational lighting. Like at Star is Born, everything looks blue and red. From what I've seen, everything is blue and red.
I saw Star is Born.
I need to
Wait,
answer this
should
question.
we? Yeah.
Why
Answer the
do
questions,
critics- Why do critics say it's a 31%? Do you think it's rigged to make the MCU movies look better and
Of
Venom
course,
look
it's
bad?
fake news, dude.
Wait, guys. I actually have an explanation for this. I've been thinking about this for a while. I was thinking about making a video on this. Look, Marvel movies are good. Some of them are great, okay? A lot of them are great. So critics are more likely to like something that is pre-established as being good than Venom, which is bad. So of course you have that, but there is no bias against DC. It's just like, oh, people didn't like Man of Steel, so they're not gonna go into BVS with an open mind. They're gonna think,
more importantly, that a lot of Marvel movies, as much as I love them, and again, I'm like doing a series on them. A lot of them play it rather safe, and they make choices that are not alienating, especially from critics. And that 91%, let's say Doctor Strange, that means 91% of critics just liked it and gave it a passing review. That does not mean that its score is 91 out of 100.
Yeah,
and that's
Yes. Thank you.
it's all statistics.
Can we establish
Exactly
this?
it.
Rotten Tomatoes does not mean like if it's a 31% or whatever, that doesn't mean it's like 31
Out of
Out of 100. Yeah.
It means that 31%
Check what
of
the
people
average
liked
score
it.
is. This is why we don't use Rotten Tomatoes, we use Metacritic. 'Cause
yeah.
that's the real
Why
shit.
isn't Metacritic a thing anymore?
It
man?
also looks better. Rotten Tomatoes looks like it's like a website from the 90s. And Metacritic actually like looks like someone knows web design. Anyway, that's rant over.
Spider-Man 3 or Venom? Was this
Spider-Man
ever
3.
asked?
Spider-Man
Jesus.
3.
Spider-Man 3. Okay, I'm making a big Sam Raimi trilogy video eventually. And
That's
Spider-Man
smart.
3, let me just say, is a fucking underrated movie.
Oh my god,
It is
it's
really
like
good,
so
yeah.
well directed. I watched the
It's
first half
Better
hour.
really
directed
fucking
than any
good.
movie in the MCU. Fight me.
Oh no,
I agree.
That's
No, I
wrong.
disagree.
I agree. I agree.
I agree.
Okay,
I agree.
hang on.
I disagree,
Better
but-
creatively directed. Better creatively, like it's more creatively directed, and the storytelling is more creatively done than the MCU.
But then it's just carrying over techniques that were established in the first two movies, but doesn't use those techniques nearly as effectively.
better.
Have you seen the fucking emo Peter scene when he's walking down the street? That
Yeah.
is
I have, and I love that scene.
It's more
Like,
better
oh my
than
God.
anything in Thor
Baby.
Ragnarok. Fight me.
It was so good.
Oh, Spider-Man 3 is way better than Thor Ragnarok. I
agree.
Yeah.
I also agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I stand by
I think
that.
Thor
It's
is really good,
Disagree.
but Spider-Man 3 is fucking great. I made a video on Spider-Man 3. It's
I
amazing.
know, yeah.
It's
Plug for
really,
Brown.
really
Good video.
Yeah, thank you.
I think I made a video on Spider-Man 3 too. Yeah, I did.
I do love. I think the best scene in the movie is the crane scene when Gwen Stacy is saved. Like just the thrill of action. Like I was comparing the Raimi action scenes to the Mark Webb action scenes, and the Webb action scenes are just so dull in their movement and like they're even I think the Homecoming action scenes. I like how they're grounded, but they're not really that. They don't get me on the edge of my seat. But like Raimi knows how to whip the camera and how to. Give a reversal or how to just change the rhythm of a moment. They're so fluid and like it's like a ballet. It's like a musical number. It's like everything is just so it's timing.
For me in Homecoming, when they have that plane scene at the end and then they land by an amusement park, they land by Coney Island. I'm like, why the fuck wasn't the action piece at Coney Island?
Yes.
Why wasn't it used?
It's on a.
That's a crime, man. You
Right?
don't have something like that in the background and not use it. Like,
I know,
I really like Homecoming.
Imagine them. You
Fuck.
know what I thought of? I thought it was going to be like the Spectacular Spider-Man when Spider-Man was fighting Dr.
Fights
Octopus
Doc
at
Ock,
Coney
yeah.
Island.
Yeah.
It should have been that. It really should have been that. Yeah.
And then I like the way at the end of Homecoming he like sits on like one of the
Roller
rides.
coasters,
Yeah,
yeah.
and it's like,
I
why the
fucking love
fuck
that
isn't
part.
this fight there? Like,
I know, I love that.
see
Because
that
they're
way,
Marvel.
right?
It reminded me of Raimi stuff.
An action scene, and they don't do that, unfortunately. So they went fight on a beach. Let's put Spider-Man on the ground and have him fight on a beach.
I like the
I think it was,
the
yeah.
rawness of that scene though. I am a
Yeah,
fan
it
of
is
the
what-
way it's.
I think it was intentional that Spider-Man didn't like touch the city in that
Yeah.
movie
Yeah.
because they wanted to like ground the character in like a really small suburban area.
And for
That's
him, like
why
the most suspenseful moment is when he climbs the Washington Monument.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I think
and
that's great.
that's
The thing is that I feel like that should have been him going to the city should have been a really important moment for him in Far From Home, but
Now he's in
he's
Europe.
already in the city. He's not going to start in Europe, but the thing is, he's already in the city in Infinity War, and
Yeah,
he never
that's
had
weird,
that
the way
moment.
like he's just swinging.
Yeah,
He's, like,
he never
swinging to,
had
like,
that moment
asteroids
of
and
going
that.
from a small place
Well,
to a
I
bigger
think-
place.
Obviously, John Watts and the Russos are on very, very different pages about like who Spider-Man is in my head because he shows up in Civil War, and I like that guy. And this is my bias. Everyone who knows my channel knows this. And then in Homecoming, I don't like the writing's not the same to me for that character. There's elements that are the same, and Holland's great all around, but I much prefer what the Russos do with him than to what John.
What
Watts
is the
does.
difference? Like, so I can kind of understand what
I
I gotta
just
watch
your
his
point is.
video.
Yeah, you got to watch my video.
I know.
Yeah.
I know what he's talking
I just think that like
about.
Peter.
Man.
Like in Civil War, Peter's poor right away. Like he's dumpster diving. Like obviously he struggles, and he like fights the Avengers. He's like competent. You know, he falls and he slips and stuff. Then Homecoming, they kind of, to me at least, it seemed like they dumbed him down a bit for comedy purposes. So he had to like find himself again, establish himself as like Spider-Man in that one. And he didn't really have the money troubles, which pissed me off. And there wasn't really a lot of consequence. I made a video about it.
Yeah. What I really hope
Go watch that video.
Far From Home has is he has money problems. I need him to have money problems.
He's in
Like,
Europe.
if
now,
they
man.
just-
landlord.
I know. Look, the thing is, if they establish that, hey, I'm in Europe, but then he realizes that like his Aunt May is like fucking screwed, and he just doesn't know this
Oh, I'll forgive
because
him.
he's still a
I'll
kid.
forgive everything,
I would be
yeah.
like, oh shit, okay, so he doesn't really know. Do you
Yeah.
understand what I mean? Because when I
What
was a
if,
kid, I was like, yeah, buy me everything, and then I realized, oh shit, like I probably shouldn't be doing this because this is not benefiting my family. So it's like that. I feel like he needs to have that realization, and I feel like I really hope that happens. I don't think it's going to happen though.
Oh, neither do I. He's going to get the shield suit, man. He's going to get the new branded shield suit, you know, because
Yeah.
Spider-Man's
Dude,
all about
that
his different
bothers me
costumes.
so much. I really hope it's not a shield suit. I will get
I
super
hope so,
pissed.
too, man.
I
Listen,
honestly,
we should be talking about Venom right now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
but I think it's all
Yeah.
Sony. You know, fuck it. It's all the same shit.
Yeah.
One thing that just frustrates me about Homecoming, and I know I'm pretty sure you mentioned this in the video, Alex, and I know it's been said 1,000 times, but it's such a throwaway line. The Uncle Ben reference
Oh, yes.
is
they could
such
do
a
it-
throwaway line, and it's like I know
which-
you don't want to repeat shit that we've already seen,
Yeah,
but
of course.
Uncle Ben is like he's as important as the spider bite, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, like,
yeah, he is. He is.
Yeah.
He
He's
is
more
so-
important than the spider bite.
Yeah, he's so important to that character. Like he's he's the whole reason why Spider-Man is Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yeah.
And so to throw it away in a throwaway line, like I get why they did it.
It's weird because Civil War had Uncle Ben. Like it had that reference, like the bad things happen. And that's an actual reference. Like everyone can imply he's talking about Uncle Ben. In Homecoming, it's like, oh, after what Aunt May's been through. And I'm like,
bro, what the fuck about you? What happened to you?
Oh, like Tony Stark's dad
and your other father.
Yeah. I
imagine part of that thinking is that I think the thinking is that okay, if you're gonna do it, do you do a flashback? Okay, if you're gonna do a flashback, do you hire a big actor? Maybe they don't want to do flashback. Maybe they just want to have an image, like a portrait or whatever. But then for the portrait, they hire a famous actor. But it's like, okay, but if you're gonna have a famous actor, we as the audience expect that character to show up again. You know what I mean? Like it becomes a weird.
They should have just gone Tobey Maguire, man. I need Tobey Maguire, man. That's
like what image do you place to Uncle Ben? And kind of like that's what I was thinking, or more.
Well, when I imagine
name dropped,
just the name drop. You think?
Yeah, when I imagine Uncle Ben in the Homecoming universe, I just see George Costanza because of that Seinfeld episode. So that's just like, I just hope Jason Alexander plays Uncle Ben, just so like Seinfeld is canon in the Spider-Man universe. That would just be the best.
So. Okay,
wait. I got a good thing that relates to Venom. Okay.
Go.
What's more comic accurate, Topher Grace or Tom Hardy? Now think about it. Just think. What's more like accurate?
Topher Grace. Topher fucking Grace is more accurate.
I think Topher Grace too. I'm gonna do that in my video for sure. But I think Topher Grace is definitely more like he's more of a dick. Like Eddie Brock in this, he was a jerk, but he wasn't anti-hero. He's a hero the whole time. He eats people. Like so what? Like that's Venom. But like Eddie Brock himself was always trying to do noble shit. Like the way he went about it, I guess, was like dirty. But still, he wasn't like an edgelord. He wasn't anything. Like Topher Grace is a fucking asshole in Spider-Man 3.
Okay,
wait. Let's answer some questions real quick. Like just through.
Sure.
Okay, well let's start.
I declare this the summer of Ben. Thank you, Nathan Snyder. You fucking get it. Thank you,
Gaming Kiwi. Alex, he just complimented both of us. Both of our Spider-Man videos.
Oh, dope.
Why is Yuri Lowenthal the best Spider-Man? Because Spider-Man PS4 is the best Spider-Man
I need a plan
incarnation ever.
Yeah, no spoilers for Bailey.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it soon. I've got like a month off work, so I was like, oh, Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, no Spider-Man PS4 spoilers, guys.
Clark Kent or Kal-El? That's a question. Clark Kent all day.
Yeah, Clark Kent. Kal-El is the mask.
So much homecoming.
Whoa. Okay, wait, that's off topic, but I really want to know the Arkham Universe game leak. I'll be back, guys. I'm gonna go on my phone real quick. Someone just tweeted that in the chat.
Oh, so I'm checking that out now. Someone link me.
Yeah, wait. That's important. Keep the Venom convo going, but I gotta look at my phone.
I mean, this is completely off topic, but favorite pre-60s film. This is kind of a
pre-60s.
Wait, the movies around before the 60s?
Maybe
when
it's
was
called
Windows? Was that the 60s? Was that 50s? No, 60s.
What?
Hey, wait, Alex. There's this guy Yash Kapoor. He just put. You're such a Boy Scout, Alex. When are you gonna give a guy a break? Come on, Alex.
I don't know, man. I'll never give anyone a break.
Thank you, B-Man Lego.
I'm trash.
I love this guy.
I really wanted the boss to say "You're trash, Brock" when he fired him so bad.
That's what's
like if they would have just.
You're trash.
If they just threw me that bone. They just threw that at me.
No, it's like Eddie begs for his job back, and it's like, you want forgiveness? Get religion.
Dude, the funniest part of Spider-Man 3, the funniest joke is that Topher Grace actually goes and gets religion. Like Tobey tells him to, and then the next scene is him going to the church.
You're right. Isn't that the greatest coincidence in like ever? That he's in that church, that exact church that Eddie Brock goes to.
Oh, that's fuck.
I buy it. I buy
it. I like it.
I like it, but it's just such a coincidence if you really think about it.
Spider-Man 3 is a movie I've always kind of want to fix, and I've always thought one key decision I would have made was to kill Sandman at the midpoint fight, whatever.
Of the movie?
Yeah, when he goes into the drain.
I made a fan edit of that, and
never seen the
asking for it.
I think that would have been an effective moment and had Peter reflect on that. I think that would be because I hate when he gets all big at the end. Like that's so.
Oh, but that
Lame.
action scene's so cool though. You got Venom.
Yeah,
you
like
got
you know, here's the
Sandman.
thing: if Sandman dies, we never get that forgiveness talk, and
Yeah,
I think that
and that's
talk
like-
is like the best part of the movie. Honestly,
Yeah.
the best part.
That's fair
I'm
enough.
going back to what Bailey said earlier about being better directed than anything in the MCU. That forgiveness talk is up there in
It's-
superhero movies. It's like
It's
one of my
perfect.
favorites.
It's honestly perfect,
scenes.
dude. The music, the composer, it's not
not
Danny
Dan.
Elfman, but he does
Crispy
a
Young.
great job.
I liked
He does
his
a
music
great
used in
job
that
with the
movie,
Venom
yeah.
theme. It's
Oh, yeah.
gorgeous. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
When
The
are
Sandman theme
opening
is-
credits coming back? Venom had opening credits. It for like 2 seconds. It was just like, did it? It had the stars, and then it said Venom, I think, and then it went down. I don't remember.
Didn't Homecoming have opening credits?
No, it had the closing, like the cool
The
closing
closing.
credits.
You know,
Oh,
that's
okay.
right. Yeah,
Yeah, Marvel
I'm gonna
always
make a
pumps
video
me up.
on opening
Say.
credits and closing.
you
Oh,
should.
credits.
dude, Spider-Man 2's opening credits are just the best thing ever.
Alex
Yeah.
Ross.
I know.
Did you miss
good.
the first one because you suck? Here's everything you need to know in the most gorgeously
Yeah.
done way possible. Like,
All right,
when
I
I
found
do my
the-
Spider-Man 2 video, I'm spending about half of the runtime just talking about those opening credits.
Good.
Yeah.
Just amazing.
Dude, the Arkham game leak. I found it on my phone. I'll link you guys. We don't need to talk about it right now, but I'm happy.
No,
I'm
wait, it's
not-
it's Batman Arkham Universe, right?
Yeah, that's what it. Yeah, I hope that's not what it's called.
What the fuck is that? Is that like a?
The new
Arkham.
sequel. The sequel to Arkham Knight.
By
Link
Mike.
me right now! Link it to me!
Oh, it's Rocksteady.
Yeah, those games to me have gotten worse as they
Fight
progress.
me.
They have
through
gotten
time.
worse.
Fight me, that's incorrect.
Oh,
They've got
no.
it
Okay,
better.
okay,
Okay, hot take.
Arkham Knight is the
Origins is
best looking
You want me
game
to
ever
say this real
made.
quick? You want me to
What?
talk about like what it is real quick? Let me just like shoot it down so we can talk about Venom because I
Oh,
know we
cool,
all want
cool.
to talk about this right now.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Okay.
DC's Arkham Universe, release date fall 2019. Single player co-op multiplayer includes the entire Bat family: Batman,
Fake.
Robin, Nightwing, Batgirl, Batwoman, Catwoman, Red Hood. This is a rumor, by the way.
Yeah, it's definitely
Um,
fake already. Multiplayer. They've
Gotham
never
is
done.
about. They have done it in Arkham Origins. Gotham's about 1.5 the size of Arkham Knight. Districts and neighborhoods have gone through complete overhaul. He's now a living, breathing city. You can set the time of day. Random crimes such as car chases, bank robberies, muggings, and so forth. The main villain is the Court of Owls. The story takes inspiration from the different Court of Owls storyline. Every character can free roam. Redesigned Batmobile for only transportation. Batcave serves as a main hub. Gameplay similar to Arkham, but there's dual takedowns and co-op and stuff. Stealth segments make you work together, so I guess there's co-op mode. Parkour has been expanded. Characters move a lot quicker and more fluid. Main
Does sound
gadgets
kind
are
of
the
fake.
same.
It's
It
fan
does.
fiction.
Main
Yeah, that's-
enemy
that's-
types include
what's the wish
talons and
list.
pilots. Oh wait. Enemies that hover the battlefield, you have to either use a gadget or dual takedown to get them down. It's Rocksteady's last hurrah of Batman games. You see, I don't believe it
They
Nah.
are,
because
no, they're doing
because
Superman.
it-
Nah,
because
they
it
want to do an
can't be
original
Rocksteady.
game. They need to do an
because it
original
can't be
game.
Rocksteady again. They already ended their universe. I don't feel
Can
like
I
they're
give an
going to go back
argument as
into
to why Arkham Asylum is the best game in that series, and there's no
Come on,
competition?
come on, tell me, come
Oh,
on.
no.
He loves-
Wait,
he
wait, wait.
loves Arkham
It's
Knight. He
more
loves
than
it.
just the mechanics and the quote unquote like things you can do. To me, like the atmosphere of that game, the way it tells that story, just the path and the it's one of those things where you get to really know the layout of that asylum, and there's so much mystery there. And I love just the freshness of that
Yeah.
game. Granted, it's like the
feeling.
combat system is a bit where it's not as good, but
The best story is Arkham Origins. I swear to God, it's the worst
Dude,
game.
listen,
Best
listen,
story.
Arkham
Yeah.
Origins is like my third favorite. No, my second favorite. I like
It's
it more than
actually-
Asylum. I don't know
it's a-
why.
I
It's
love
so
it. I
fun.
love them all. I love them all. They're all amazing.
Look, the boss fights in Arkham Origins are the best in the entire series.
That's true.
Hey, what about a Venom game though? Anyone keen on a Venom game?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
the
they're
soundtrack
playing
is
Smash-
Eminem.
Smash
The
X to
soundtrack
be
has to be
wacky.
made by Eminem.
remember like the Ultimate Spider-Man game that they made?
When
like,
you
back-
played as Venom and you ate people,
Yeah,
that was great.
That was great.
Yeah, that's
Oh
cool.
my god, dude! When Venom was fighting the SWAT officers and he just roared the camera was above him and he roared at the camera. It reminded
was
me
like
of Ultimate Spider-Man so
the
much.
game.
I loved
It was
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
That was like
That was
that's
perfect.
the point that I think everyone made in their reviews is that Venom is actually the best part of the fucking Venom movie.
No shit.
Yeah.
He's just not in it enough.
No.
It's like 20 minutes, yeah.
I remember when that rumor came out on Reddit and I was like, nah.
Wait, which
surely the one that Venom is only in it for like 20 minutes tops.
Oh, I believed it.
Oh no!
Oh, I
not even
believe that
20
too.
minutes. It was like he's in like the last 5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, I was like, nah,
that was
fuck
the
that.
rumor, right?
Yeah, but they'd sort of like that outline that Reddit user, the leak. was so accurate when you go back and read it. Like it's it's
Oh,
wrong
yeah.
here and there, but it basically covers the whole fucking movie. Like they were
Someone
on the
asked,
ball.
do you want Sony to continue the Sonyverse? That was a question.
Yes.
in the chat.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, they are. We're ready.
I mean,
Yeah, we're getting Morbius.
Yeah.
Boys, we got a dislike.
Look,
We got a
as
dislike
meme,
on this
I'm gonna be
video.
completely honest. As a meme, I want them to continue it. As films, I really don't want them to. I just need them to stop.
Oh, here's
like
a good-
they should stop.
Here's the question I have for all of you. What filmmaker do you want to see tackle Venom next, and what direction could they go that could save the franchise, like with Tom Hardy, with Woody Harrelson, that would make people in for Venom? What filmmakers, what cinematographers, what?
I think what
Get
matters.
James Gunn.
I think the filmmaker is like. I think it'd be fine. You need different writers and you need a different producing team.
All right. Here's an interesting one. So
Okay.
Sony's got Phil Lord, Chris Miller in their Spider-Man. They're working on
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse.
They would never
Yeah.
do Venom though.
Why? I would love them to come in and produce, like just as a creative producer to like they don't even have to write it, just produce it, just keep it in line with what their sort of humor is, because that would work so well for Venom.
Halfway through production, they get brought on. It would be a twist of events.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I want Tim Miller because he's works at Blur. Sorry, I just had a little seizure there. Blur Studio, and they've done all these like CGI stuff for like every single goddamn superhero movie. So it would look good. He made Deadpool for like $30 million, right?
Yeah.
50 million.
Yes.
50,
It's
50.
relatively cheap.
Deadpool is a miracle of visual effects. Like there's
Yeah.
a lot of visual effects in the movie,
And
it's
what is-
seamless.
And he's doing Terminator, and we all know no one's gonna, whatever. So just bring him on to Venom. Get him to do Venom too. I feel like he'd do a good job. Or
Yeah.
James Gunn. Get my boy back.
James Gunn.
I think James Gunn will probably still go back to Marvel. Just give it like a year or so. Like
Yeah.
I think once the dust has settled and everyone's cooled down, they'll be
Yeah,
like,
if
"Oh."
Brian Singer's back for another film,
Oh,
then
fuck.
Oh my fucking god, Brian. Singer, I wanna
then
punch him.
obviously, surely James Gunn should be allowed to do something after a while.
Brian Singer. Brian Singer isn't just back. Brian Singer is back with a fucking $10 million paycheck.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
How?
Like, I
that
so
is
fucking stupid.
insane.
But how much
Those
Directors
$10 million,
get
those
paid.
$10 million you're gonna serve in court to like pay off the people who
Dude.
make those allegations.
People
It's
outed Brian
insane,
Singer
man.
before Kevin Spacey. Like Brian Singer was like
Right?
way back.
Like
Yeah,
that was
I
like
remember
Days of
that.
Future
Those
Past.
boys, the usual
That was Days of Future
suspects.
Past, yeah.
yeah.
It was like 2014, 2013. It's
It's
ridiculous.
fucked, man. I don't know how the fuck he's still working.
Yeah, that's
I have no fucking idea. Especially in a post Me Too world.
Yeah.
Listen,
Like,
man,
that's
we're the next
insane.
generation. We gotta prove them wrong.
But hey,
man.
we're seeing the Me Too fight back, like folks like Andy Signor and all that.
Oh my god. Andy Signor, Andy, are you in the live stream?
Robbie's best friend Andy.
My
Signor.
fucking my
Someone get
other
Andy Signor in
man.
this
My
live
other
stream.
man, Andy Signor.
Please
Have
get
you
on the live
seen his
stream.
new show?
Yes, I have.
It's
Someone
I
so
have
said-
not. I don't want to watch it.
Someone said the director of Overlord for Venom, and someone said David Cronenberg
Oof.
to do a body
Whatever,
horror
whatever,
film for
dude.
Venom.
Oof. No, what about the dude who did Upgrade? That could be fucking dope.
I fucking love
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
that.
would
Upgrade verse instead, yeah.
Yeah.
And you could easily swap out Logan Marshall Green
Yeah,
for
exactly.
Tom Hardy.
You could just say
Tom
his
Hardy's
name
not
is
coming
Tom
back.
Hardy as well. No one will
Logan
notice.
Marshall Green would be like, well, I'm looking for work. I'll do it. Like,
And a few people said Sam the Man Raimi, and he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it, but
He wouldn't do
No,
it.
get
that would
Sam
be-
back in Spider-Man.
No. If you would get Sam Raimi or asked him to do Venom, that would be rubbing salt on the wounds of his past movies.
I was doing research for my video, and I found this quote from Sam Raimi that was like, "Yeah, Avi Arad came to me and was like, Sam, we put your favorite villains in the first two movies, okay? And now you want to do Sandman. The kids, they want Venom, and they just guilt tripped him into fucking doing Venom in Spider-Man 3. Like it's
I
a
can't
quote.
fault. I mean, Spider-Man 3 at the time had the biggest opening weekend ever. Like I can't
Nearly made,
Yeah, I remember that.
like it was the like
Made $1
900
billion.
nearly.
almost.
Made.
Really, yeah.
I think
It-
DVD
it
was
was-
pushed.
Oh.
you can't fault the. I mean, again, I think that I understand that because Venom was huge. He was like the biggest character of the '90s. Like I would say he's the biggest comic character from the '90s.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
Well, the most
yeah.
witstanding with Hollywood.
Yeah, so I understand that from a business perspective, but it's still like then maybe get a different writing team or something to help
Well,
out with
like
that.
that's the thing is that like I think at that point when you know like Spider-Man, how much extra money do you think Venom brought into that film? Do you know what I mean?
Probably a good.
Well, when you
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, honestly, Spider-Man 3
going,
didn't even need Venom. It's just huge.
I can't
already.
imagine, like, when you guys think about this, I can't imagine a Spider-Man fan going, oh, a Venom's in it, now I'll see it. Like,
Yeah,
same
exactly.
as the
Yeah.
Doomsday thing in
No,
Batman.
I think
I think that's bullshit, because I don't think anyone watched that second trailer that had Doomsday in it
But
or whatever they call them and go, I'll see it now
Now
because
I'm
Doomsday's
watching
in
the
it.
movie.
Like,
yeah, no, it's not gonna.
I think you guys are also failing to like realize that the character design is very marketable. You can put it on,
Venom's
you know,
so
CDs and boxes,
Yeah.
and then put that on the poster, and that sells.
It's
to,
like-
He wasn't even on the poster.
no,
No, he
well,
was not.
the black suit was.
You-
and everything.
Yeah,
the black suit was, yeah.
When you're 12, you're like, oh fuck, black suit Spider-Man. This is the
Yeah.
edgiest, coolest shit ever. But then
Exactly.
you turn 13 and you're like, you know, I mean, like Doc Ock, Green Goblin, they're all kind of better characters than Venom. Then you get older and then it's kind of like, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's why you should have fun. You need to like rejuvenate Venom on the big screen. You need
Do
to
you
do something
remember-
so ballsy.
The Spider-Man 3 teaser trailer, when it's just
Best
like
trailer of all time.
the suit getting black, and then eventually
Yeah.
it just covers up
Oh.
like he's on the church tower and he's like looking at his hand.
Dude,
Fucking amazing.
Dude, Spider-Man 2,
I
the
listened
trailer
to. I
for
watched
that.
that the
I
other
remember
day.
seeing that movie. The trailer.
Yeah.
The trailer for
I watched it
Spider-Man
like
2
20 times.
for the
It was-
original
it was
Spider-Man
back-
2 is just the
Oh.
diner scene. And then
Yes.
it just says, and it just says 2 at the end. It doesn't say Spider-Man because Sam Raimi's like, look at my filmmaking dick. You're gonna see this movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude.
Yeah.
That might be one of my favorite moments of that movie. Is just those crash zooms on Mary
Yeah.
Jane and
Yeah.
Peter Parker when you hear the thuds. Those are
Oh, he's like, boom, boom. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
yeah,
Fuck, I love those movies so goddamn.
they're
much.
great.
It makes
They're
me
my
so
most
sad
viewed
that we're never gonna see.
videos. And there's a reason why, because they're so inventive and
Who hasn't made a video on the Raimi movies here? Robbie, have you? No, you haven't.
I made one on the ending of the first.
Yo, you
one.
might know in the ending of the first one.
Was I the first
yeah.
one?
Bailey,
I'm gonna do a
Bailey, you-
Spider-Man 2 one in December, I think. I've just lined up what I'm doing, and I was like, people watch superhero stuff. I'll do my Raimi one early.
Yeah.
How
no,
about we open up to the chat? Any just general questions you have for us? That'd be a good idea.
Wait, I
Could
got-
also be
What'd I do?
about our channels.
convincing my friend to watch Gotham at High Top Films. Do it. It's goofy like the
Yes,
Raimi
it's
movies.
good. It's good. It's great.
It's good. Roundtable made a video on Gotham too. We teamed up. We didn't team up, but it's great. Watch those videos. Watch the damn show. It's great. It's shot really well. It's fun.
Oh, really? I've always hated the premise, so I just kind of.
Yeah, I was so fanboy that I was like, fuck it, man. Is like the Joker gonna show up before Batman's Batman? That's so stupid. If you view it as its own thing, it's great.
Fair enough.
Dude, it's
And-
genuinely good. Like, it's a genuinely good show.
It gets the heart of all the characters right too.
Mhm,
I think.
Yeah.
Godfather.
The
or-
cinematography is like 20
Godfather
times better than the
2.
CW shows.
Okay, that's important.
Wait, Godfather or Godfather 2?
Godfather. Fuck.
One.
Godfather.
One.
I
One,
don't
yeah.
know.
I'm a poser.
know,
I,
like-
I haven't watched those movies since I was 12, and I know
Oh.
it's fucked up. I'm a poser. It's
You
something
gotta,
I
like-
needed.
Hey, you're gonna come to my
I know all
daughter's
the
wedding?
memes.
Like it's like
I'm a reporter. You know, I'm Eddie Brock. Mr. Don, what do you want? I'm a reporter. I can't do this. I got a parasite.
Take the gun.
I got a parasite.
Leave it slowly.
Eddie Brock, have a nice life.
Good night, Mrs. Chen.
Hey, thank you.
I have a parasite.
I'm
I got a
It's so
parasite.
bad.
I'm gonna give him enough for he can't refuse.
Someone said Peter Parker in Spider-Man PS4 looks like you to me. I don't know if I see that.
I see it a little bit in the nose.
I can see a little bit. Wait,
I did the-
Alex, talk so I
Spoiler
can see
alert.
your face.
Spoiler alert, I did the mocap for that game, truth be told.
Hey, do a
That
backflip.
video-
Do a backflip right now.
Oh no, hell fucking no. I can't even do that shit. I'm not just flexible.
Like, turn your webcam, like
Yeah, I'll just do it. I'll flip my webcam. You'll think I did
Wait,
backflip.
would you rather have DC focus on their TV universe or their movie universe?
Movies.
Their movie universe. Yeah.
Movies.
Well, today I was the number one Titans defender on Twitter.
Oh
I was
yeah,
always-
I saw that.
congratulations on
I
being
think
right.
it just kills me because it's like I feel like it's one of those things where it could be a good show, but
could
it's
be
not
so
a good
good.
interpretation of the character. Kind of like what you like for you, Spider-Man: Homecoming. You think it's a bad
Yeah.
interpretation of the character. I think it's a great film. I like the interpretation of the character. You just don't like the interpretation of the character, and you think it's an okay film. I think that's for me what Titans is going to be. It could be like an amazing show, but I feel like since it's not what I think the character should be like, and Batman's killing, then
Yeah,
like,
I
I'm
read
not gonna
that.
like
and I
it.
was like, "Come the fuck on!" I just made, and I just
I-
a
defended.
video. You just made a video on it, yeah.
I have a controversial opinion on that Batman killing thing.
I
I
was
don't
waiting.
hate it anywhere near as much as everyone else. Like maybe it's because Batman's not my favorite character,
Yeah,
but
that makes sense.
Maybe.
but like
I-
I feel like that just adds to the storytelling a lot. Like I think
I
it's
feel like it would
really
add to the
interesting.
storytelling if they actually went somewhere with it. But
Yeah,
they
so
Well, I
that's
feel
the
like
thing. I have a
Titans
problem
will.
in the movie, but it's just that every time he does kill, it's because he's lazy.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like it's like, oh, I'm just gonna like fuck up this car.
Listen,
and, like it's gonna do.
what bothers me the most about Batman v Superman? It's because it's supposed to be like this conflict of like ideals, but that never happens. And instead, the final fight is just to save Martha, which is
I'm sorry, Robbie.
completely.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm
fucks
just being
everything
quiet
up.
here because like I know I'm in the
Because-
minority.
I think I've heard this on Twitter, but my next video had gone Civil War and that final fight scene. Why I think it's just such wonderful storytelling. But I could go beat by beat on why the Batman v Superman fight fails so spectacularly compared to the Civil War fight. Like every beat,
Robbie's just like,
Robbie. I know he's like
The
fuming.
Batman v Superman fight is the
Yeah.
worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
so sorry. It's so slow. And when Batman
Half the
got the
people-
toilet,
Oh my god, I laughed. He threw the kitchen sink in
fucking
there too.
toilet. The sink,
You're
kitchen
not a
sink
man.
thing, yeah.
Wait,
But
dude.
I-
So half the people
You were
didn't
never
get
even a man.
half the people in my video didn't get the fact.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, go.
No, it's good, dude. Half the people in my video didn't get when I said I did the comparison where I was like, "There's a difference between fucking Batflick with his machine gun and Iron Man killing people." And like I'm telling you, I had 30 comments that were like, "What's the difference?" And I'm
People are
just like,
stupid. People are
I'm like,
just
what are
stupid.
you talking about? One's gratuitous violence and one's just like, oh, a stunt, like an extra just went flying across the screen. Like one.
Because the thing is that Iron Man has never had
shit.
that pre-established
I unplugged my
notion
headphones.
of no killing. Batman has always had that ideal of like I don't kill, and so it just messes things up. Iron Man's always killing people. He killed people and he killed a dude in Iron Man 3 by like blowing his chest off. Like that was
Yeah, that's cool.
fucking awesome. You know, but like
and with
it feels like there's a point to it, and also they're terrorists.
Yeah.
but also lives are at stake, and that
And lives are at
specific
stake.
That's
And they
like,
were fucking up like a little kid, man.
yeah.
A little
But
kid's
more
dad.
importantly, like with like just the no Batman no killing thing, like you do write that into your story because it makes it more interesting. It gives you leverage
Yeah.
over the character that you
Exactly.
can twist and
Well, that's-
turn, and have them break. It's just like it's just better storytelling. to
That's
have
why I
that.
did the whole Martha thing in my video. Like I'm like, I think the Martha scene works 1,000 times better if Superman's the first person he's going to kill in the in that movie.
100%. That's a great idea. And more importantly, every great comic book character is driven by philosophy, and the best writers dramatize that philosophy constantly, and they put it to the test, and they bring it through the mud kind of thing. And if you don't know what their philosophy is or don't have a strong grounding of it, then you're like, then what are you doing?
And then it cuts back to Robbie and he's dead on the computer. He's
Yeah.
just dead. On
he's just like
Guys, we can't talk about BVS. The Twitter, they'll come. They'll come. I
They're
can't.
gonna
Handling
come,
my
yeah. All right.
BVS.
Speaking of Twitter, Last Jedi. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know. Alex is already traumatized by the Snyder fans.
Dude, I got called every word in the book. I got called human trash. Someone's like, I'm gonna edit an interview with you and see how you feel. And I was like, please,
Yeah,
dude, do it.
that was amazing. I want that person to commit to it.
Yeah, I want him
I-
to too.
Put your
It
money
was
where
so
your mouth
funny
is.
when I did because one of my most recent videos was like how DC's movies can be better, or how they can fix
I like that
their
video.
universe. And like it's amazing how DC fans were even negative towards that. And it's like, but don't you fucking hate these movies? Like, didn't you hate Justice League? Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand how you can be a fan.
But
This is controversial. I don't understand how you can be a fan of Zack Snyder and still look forward to the DC movies now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand that at all. Like, they're
Wait, guys.
completely.
Like I thought the Aquaman trailer looked great today. Like I
Oh my god,
really-
I literally exploded when I watched all that shit. James Wan with his camera moves. I was like, look,
I didn't
Vision.
watch it. but I
It's
did
so
see
good.
that one-shot take, and it is fucking beautiful.
Yeah,
And,
I
like,
fucking
listen,
told everyone
that
man
one-shot
can
take. If
direct.
that one-shot take was in like a Marvel movie, like that would make Marvel movies perfect. All Marvel
Yeah.
movies need.
I think Marvel's
is, like,
really functional in their action, but I thought I don't know. I don't
It needs
think,
to be more creative. They need to be more creative. Like
Yeah, the
you
best
can always
they've-
see it, but
the best
it's like
they've
they
had
don't
is,
reach it 100%.
Infinity War in terms of their action direction. But didn't one of you guys do a video recently about how the direction was still weightless? Or that might have been Rossitron.
no,
Someone did a video where they called out Marvel
was-
action. They're like, it looks cool, but like, I think it was Rossitron now because he did a video on Terminator, like how Terminator's action is like really fucking like boots on the ground, like you feel every part of it, whereas Marvel's
that was Patrick.
was it Patrick?
Yeah, Patrick.
Oh, it's Patrick. Yeah, it's Patrick. I assumed it was Rossitron because of his Terminator. No, anyway, yeah, so it was Patrick that did it, and that video was fucking amazing. I was
Guys,
like, yeah.
I gotta bounce. It's almost 10. My girlfriend's about to get off. I promised I'd meet her. But this was
all
fun.
right.
I'm gonna leave. Thank you.
I love
Have
you,
fun,
Alex.
guys.
Goodbye,
you guys.
Alex.
Cheers,
Thank you very
bro.
much.
Let's do this again for sure. Let's make a
Definitely.
plan to do it again.
Hey,
while
let's
I'm-
make a new channel called
The Cinema Squad.
the Cinema Squad.
Oh yeah, comment
Yeah, we
if you
should
guy
fucking
would like
make
to
it the Cinema
see
Squad.
a Cinema Squad podcast, live stream channel, that sort of shit.
Should we do
Let
it?
us know.
Should we do it?
And it'll be
Put
way
yes or
more
no.
formatted once we figure it out. Once we
Yeah,
figure it
exactly.
out,
Yeah.
All right, see you guys. Thanks
Yeah,
for
The
having
question,
me.
who gets the revenue? Who gets the revenue?
But I
That's
just,
the
I just want to
question.
say,
Hey, I need it.
Yeah, Bailey needs it.
because we're talking about like the Aquaman, like how that camera move was really cool in the context of that action scene, but how dynamic the shot is does not make the action better. And like for again, like a scene like Civil War, like the final fight between Iron Man and Captain America, it isn't really showing off in most moments. It is more, what is the drama going on, and we're going to frame the action in a way that maximizes that. So I
No,
don't
I
think
totally
I
get that.
judge action scenes in terms of, oh, look how cool this shot was, or they reserve the cool shots for very key moments.
Yeah.
Like
No, I
like
feel
how
that. It's just I feel like that those types of shots are so scarce in Marvel movies. I feel like only a few movies have them. That's what I'm saying. Like
the airport fight again, like Civil War has a few of those, but
To be honest,
I feel like Doctor Strange was alright with fights, but they could have gone way more creative.
that got away with a weightlessness though because it wasn't hand to hand.
yes.
As much as I've ripped on BVS and as much as ethically the warehouse fight scene is probably a little bit off, but in terms of actual fight choreography and like feeling a fight, so obviously there's like, as you've said, as Jonathan said, like Civil War's outdoing it in terms of emotional stakes, and obviously that battle's got a really strong thing. But if we're just talking like a superhero versus like goons as such, I don't think it gets much better than the Batman vs Superman like warehouse fight, because you've got a guy, Snyder really understands the power of using handheld in a fight scene. Don't know why so many people use a floating camera because it's so weightless and like no energy.
You really feel it when it's like.
But it
in
really
front of
gets
you.
in there and it's like it's
there we go.
flowing,
Roby's
it's
back. Roby's
direction.
back,
and-
baby.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, man.
I heard Snyder praise. Let's go, boys.
Yeah, no, so well, when I do my video, I guess I'm gonna try to, because obviously I've got to try to come up with like what I love about BVS, because I don't love the movie, but like that scene gets the fight thing right, and I think Marvel movies, especially considering a lot of them are hand to hand. Actually, the Civil War one on not Civil War, Winter Soldier, the one on the is it the highway or something?
Yeah,
That's a doozy.
I
only
like the
seen,
one
like, that
in
movie
the
once.
on the helicarrier. I thought
Yeah,
that
that's
was a
cool.
pretty good fight too.
Yeah,
it's
I don't
more
remember
like
that
it's got
fight.
more
I don't even
emotion.
remember.
I like the emotional. See, this is more where
we-
Raimi, where I love the Raimi films. But I love I love it when superhero movies give you legit emotion in the fights, because the fight doesn't have to be brilliant to me, as long as I believe why this person is punching this other person. You know what I mean?
I feel like that
Yeah.
works a lot in anime. But
Yeah.
no one here watches anime, so I'm
Shut
just
up,
gonna
you
say,
weeb. No.
Like
Oh,
one of the
it
things
really
I
works
loved
in
about
anime.
the PS4 Spider-Man game was how like the final fight between Doc Ock and Spider-Man
Oh my god.
Yeah.
is
You did
so
not Roby.
Robbie,
Spoilers
how
for
are you still
Bailey.
getting this wrong?
Spoilers for Bailey, dude.
Nah, it's okay. I knew
What?
the Doc Ock was coming up in it anyway.
how
Okay,
how have you not played it? It's been out for like a month.
we've already
He has
established.
not time. Have you seen him making all this content? All
This
this incredible
Like,
content.
Oh,
so I'll
fuck.
get onto it
Well,
eventually.
I assumed that everyone knew that Doc Ock was in it.
Yeah,
no, I know he's in it.
Even
by
in my
mistake,
video, I
so-
didn't even spoil it. Like I
Oh,
felt like it was
fuck.
so
Well-
intense. Yeah.
That's okay. I don't really care about the game that much. I'm just gonna play it because people said it's good. So
Sorry.
okay.
My
Okay,
bad.
just go for it. Go for it. Just go for
No. Let's talk
Okay.
about Venom because that's why we're
Venom. Yeah, let's do a bit more before we're all out of here.
Knock,
Let's
knock,
talk
let
about
the
Venom.
devil in.
Oh fuck! I'm so
we're-
sorry
we're
to
seeing
everyone
Venom.
who's
Wait.
to everyone who
we're
hasn't
seeing
played
Venom. I
Spider-Man.
got this.
I'm sorry if I just spoiled the whole fucking game for you.
Okay.
Wait,
Question
we're
in the
seeing
chat.
in Venom.
We're seeing in Venom.
Like
Is
worst
that
as in
is that-
bad, or like worst as in like this is the most insane
Enjoy.
thing ever.
The
No.
breakup
Let's do
scene
both.
at the start. The breakup.
Okay,
the
yeah,
break
the
scene-
worst scene that doesn't have any entertainment value.
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
obviously, like probably the lobster scene's like the worst thing, but it's also the best.
Yeah. Mhm.
So, but in terms of like no value,
No,
in
no, no, no.
terms of
The lobster scene. What made me laugh more was when he got home and he started fucking eating just everything.
Yeah.
no, I think it was
That
before
was
that,
just
wasn't
the
it?
stupidest thing ever. But
Frozen
it was the
tater
best.
tots.
Oh,
Frozen
my
tater
God.
tots.
Or like
No,
he
I
got into
love-
his garbage.
I love the we live in a society villain. I thought he was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
His iconic line, "We live in a society where the world is overpopulated."
Okay, I want to go on a rant because I hate it in movies when they're like they'll just infer real world bullshit and assume that the
Yeah.
audience like
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
like great movie. Like again, like going on Batman for instance. One thing I love about Batman Begins is that they don't just go, "Oh, all this crime." Like they show it to you firsthand. They show
Yeah.
specifically
Yeah.
what the systematic problems with Gotham are and how they corrupt into the it gives a very realized vision of what Gotham looks like and what's problems are and thus how Batman has to fight it. And without establishing those things, if you're not actually going to tackle them, don't fucking mention them. Don't.
Yeah.
In Venom, there's like this whole overpopulation thing, and the streets look so empty.
Yeah, it's so
There's nobody
like
there.
weirdly shot. Everything feels like it's a soundstage.
Everything. It feels like a CW soap opera.
Yes,
Like the entire first act felt like a CW soap opera to me. So
I agree.
weird.
I agree. What's that fucking? Yeah, I agree. The Ben Affleck.
Wait,
I agree.
release the Tom Hardy cut.
Yes,
There was 40
I would
minutes
love
cut
to
from
see
this
Tom
movie.
Let's
Hardy's.
shill the shit out of that.
Yeah.
It's the new Snyder cut, except this one will actually be released.
And it will actually be entertaining. Oh, sorry.
No, that's too much. I'm fairly certain the Snyder cut would be a lot
It
more
would be
entertaining.
better than the whatever cut we got.
Yes.
I don't think.
Wait,
it would be
okay, guys, listen. How good was the Venom sex on a scale on 1 to 10?
10.
No,
Can we bump it up
50,
to an
dude.
11?
50.
Yeah.
You don't
50?
understand. Mm.
It was so like
No,
it was
no,
so
it was
random.
6,
It was
6,
so
6.
random.
You gotta let the devil in.
I was so fascinated when like she just rocks up like in the
Yeah.
suit. I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
like, is that she Venom? What the fuck
It
is
was
going
fucking
on?
sexy Venom. It was so
Yeah, and like
weird.
she
It
had
was like,
the like breasts and everything. I
the
was like,
breast and a
what the
huge
fuck?
ass. I was like, what the fuck am I watching? Look,
It's
let me be
not
honest though.
the
If you look at-
VFX
if you
guys are
look
just
at
sitting in the
She-Venom-
studio like.
If you look at She-Venom from the comics, it looks exactly like that.
Yes.
So
So
I appreciated that. But holy crap, was that awkward. Like, it was weird.
And then
Yeah.
like just the kiss.
The
Yeah.
kiss was really long.
Yeah,
and
because
there was a lot of
it's
time.
not
So
like it's not
weird.
like they started kissing as like it was already turning back into Michelle Williams. Like it was a straight
No,
up.
it was
like,
still
that,
a Venom.
That thing had fangs, man. It
Yeah.
had fangs. How does
It
that
reminded
work?
me of, like,
Venom wants
the
Eddie
evil-
Brock's dick, dude.
It reminded me of like the Evil Dead remake. It's like that's how they pass on the infection.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
when the two girls kiss and like
Yeah.
it's like it reminded me of like yeah, it's like I wish they'd gone even more disgusting, even more like
Yeah, I wish he'd straight up slammed him down on the floor and just
Yeah.
mounted him.
Had his way.
yeah.
What the
Jesus.
fuck are we talking about?
The most iconic scene of 2018. That's what we're
Hey, well,
talking about.
I mean,
Yeah, legit.
honestly.
Okay, here's a question I'll ask for you. What scene will this movie be remembered for? Like 2 years from now, you think back to like
Lobsters.
The makeout scene. The makeout scene is
Yeah,
what it will
I
be
think
remembered
that
for.
has
I'm
the
telling
most
you right
meme
now.
potential.
maybe potential. Okay, because again, like movies are not just boiled down to scenes. Like again, like Batman v Superman, it's just Martha. Like right,
Yeah.
like that's what we do to movies now. Is we just boil them down into like moments
Yes.
and go, yeah,
And
Well,
I
as
think the Venom kiss is definitely the main
yeah, that
the
feels
main
like-
one.
Well,
I
as
think
I
that's
said,
the most-
Lobsters were so.
The lobster scene is
The
good as
lobster was
well.
amazing.
In my review,
was great.
I went on about like in maybe 10, 20 years from now, like I would not be surprised if I was able to put it on, I'd host screenings of Venom as like some cult sensation thing. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever been to one of, I know we do them here in Australia, like screenings of The Room where people like
that
throw
happens all the
spoons
time.
and shit at the
Yeah,
screen
yeah.
and like,
Yeah.
But one of those with Venom where people are throwing
Venom
like
has good
tater
name
tots and
potential.
fucking...
Listen, I think Venom's gonna have a cult following, kind of like Kick-Ass, but like if Kick-Ass was a bad movie.
Yeah.
Especially if
it's gonna have a
Venom
cult
gets a
following.
sequel, I'm
Kick-Ass
telling
too.
you, it will be like a cult film. Like if there's a
Yes.
Venom 2, it will be so cult.
They should just make a Venom sequel with like half the budget of this, and just release it.
Still, I would love that.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is that,
wait,
like,
1 second. I'm sorry. Wait.
Yeah, go,
Is
yeah.
Tom Hardy on contract?
he's got 3. He signed up for 3 films.
Whoa.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Michelle Williams was like, "Hey man, I'm up for She-Venom all time."
So it's interesting because, like,
Yeah, he didn't sign the contract until after the kiss, and then he was like, yes, yes.
I need more Venom.
I definitely want Venom 2. Like that, I think that's a good place to end the stream. But I definitely want Venom 2.
Too
Without
fast,
a
too
doubt.
Venom.
I want, man. I just Venom 2
Ven,
means
too
no
long.
Venom in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But the thing is that the movie was so fucking bad. If they make Venom 2 as bad, but like memeable bad, I'm down for it 100%.
Okay.
Because this movie, I will buy this movie on Blu-ray. I'm not even joking.
Is asking, is Venom the new like The Room? And there's a tweet that I retweeted from David Chen over at /film, and he
Yes.
said, Venom is the room of superhero films.
Mhm.
Both films take place in San Francisco. Both are loaded with painful, cringe-worthy dialogue that feels like a placeholder for the real thing. And both have insane, manic-centric performances that kind of make them worth checking out. And I feel,
Yeah,
I can't think of any other superhero movie that is like as just fun but terrible. Like Justice
Yeah.
League is terrible and it's really funny
not
at
fun.
times, but it's
It's not
depressing. Like it
Yeah.
depresses you.
I not understand the hate that you guys have given for Thor Ragnarok. I think that movie's
It's
wonderfully
not hate.
directed.
Thank you. Finally, someone. Yes.
It's not.
Yes,
Yes, I
love
don't think
this
it's.
movie,
I don't think it's bad or anything. And the movies with
Right.
Mikey Video did a lot to kind of get me a bit more into it. But I was like entertained. I just watched it and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not feeling it that much.
That's the goal. It's almost like an improv comedy. But anyway,
It's fine.
yeah, it's fine.
I
I've never
really
seen
enjoy
a movie. Yeah,
Honestly,
but, like,
it's on my top 10 Marvel movies. I think maybe top 7.
the top half.
It's definitely top half.
But that's top 10.
Can we be honest? Like half the Marvel movies are like very mediocre.
Oh,
Yes.
for sure. Like
Yeah,
I saw,
it's like-
Ant-Man and the Wasp this summer
like-
was like came in one.
Ant-Man and
year
the Listen,
later.
Ant-Man and the Wasp is probably as bad as Thor: Dark World. Like I cannot watch
I would
it
agree.
again.
I would
It's
agree.
really mediocre. I just
That's
can't
fine.
watch it again.
Yeah,
But that's the thing with the Marvel films is that they're just fine.
I think
You know,
there's
it feels
enough-
like
especially
they
in the
feel like an
last-
episodic series, but like half of the series, the Marvel series, is like filler, and half of it is like the actual plot.
Yeah.
I
So
think,
half
like,
the movies
honestly,
are just like whatever.
I would even say dramatically, the films play more like television episodes. But if you
Yeah.
treat it as a show, I think it's like if we just say, "Oh, it's the Marvel show," I would say it's like one of the best shows of the decade. Honestly, like I
Well,
think
yeah,
there's
there's,
enough-
every now and then there's like a great episode.
But like again, like in the last year, right? Let's say go back to May of last year, like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther, Infinity War. That run of 5 films, I've never seen any studio come close to that. And that was in like 12 months.
It was pretty
Yeah.
insane how they did that.
And like they only got, I thought they got better I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, I thought was wonderful. Black Panther, they pulled that off, and just seeing that explode was incredible. Yeah. What?
I
Panther?
liked Black Panther.
I adore
Oh
Black
no,
Panther.
I think it's great. Yeah.
I think
I
Black
think it's
Panther's
alright.
great. It's overrated though.
Yeah,
I
it's,
hate,
really
I hate that word.
it's
um,
fine.
I hate the word overrated.
I thought after seeing Black Panther, I was like, this is my top 5. But then after, it's like, it's not. It's my top 10. It's
Okay.
not that good.
Well,
But no,
I think our Venom talk is ended.
Yeah.
I have to go record another video, a Daredevil.
I have to
video.
write my Venom essay.
So yeah, we
It's
all
gonna
have
be just
stuff to do.
Yeah.
I would
That's so
love to thank the people that actually watched this. That was really fun. I'm sorry that you missed the first 40 minutes because we were
The 40
you
minutes
can
that we
check it out.
actually talked about Venom.
yeah, you missed the part
If
of this
you
that we
wanna know-
advertised.
You want to know the stuff about Venom? Watch the 40 minutes that
Yeah.
you did not see.
Yeah.
It's
But-
really fun though. You should watch it.
We will, depending on the response, you guys comment on Twitter. Let us know if you want to see like this is more of a weekly
Yeah,
or
please.
monthly thing. Because
Let us know.
I'm down for it. I think everyone else is down.
Also, I think it
So,
should be
yeah.
like every 2 weeks.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
We could like
Also,
round up movies and whatnot.
Guys, cheers. We got our first dislike. Hey.
Yeah.
I said it a while ago. We gotta just
So yeah, I would like to thank everyone who listened. I want to thank all the people that joined in. It was very fun, and I'm looking forward to the next one because I think there will definitely be one.
Maybe for
Yeah, I think
Halloween
so, too.
or anything like that.
Halloween would be a great one to do. Yeah,
Yeah,
That'd
I've
be
already
cool.
seen it. Halloween's awesome.
I haven't seen it yet, so yeah, I gotta go
Yeah.
see it. All right,
All right.
All right, guys.
Cheers, guys. We'll do this
Well-
again soon.
definitely. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
You're all